Hi. Can we do like a screen high five? Like if I put my hand like this and you put your hand facing out the other way, and it'll like.
I'll be honest. I feel a bit dirty, James.
Yeah, like that. Here we go. You see, if I look towards this side of the camera now, it almost looks like we're in the same room.
No, it doesn't.
It almost looks like we're having a proper conversation.
Oh, hello. I see a Murphy and a Sarah.
There's a Murphy and a Sarah and 2 dogs.
Amazing.
To bring on Murphy.
Murphy does not look happy.
Murphy wants to come into the stream.
Hello, Murphy.
Murphy, you have to donate to Dean's stream now because now you have a cute kitten on the stream as well.
That's a valid comment. It's a valid comment.
It's a totally valid comment.
Speaking of the donation, I do need to briefly switch out the window and have a quick gander.
Bex says make a heart.
No, I'm not doing it unless someone donates something ridiculous. I'm not doing it. I can't see who did the donation. However, what I could do is log in. Actually,
what's Murphy's favourite retro game? Bex, that's a tough one. He likes to watch people playing Tetris because then he can attack the pieces on the screen.
Something like that, right? I'm not doing a love heart. That would be ridiculous.
You could sing a duet.
No, I'm not doing that either.
Oh. That'd be fun.
Unless someone's going to drop £100, I'm not doing it.
Someone should drop £100 anyway for this high quality entertainment that they're currently receiving.
It's true, and I actually think this is actually the first time we've actually spoke.
Yeah, this is actually the first time that we spoke kind of face to face.
Yeah, well, yeah, and we have high five.
It's not really like face to face.
So the donation was from Sarah. So there we go. Thank you very much, Sarah, for the donation. So
she didn't tell me.
Yeah.
She didn't tell me.
Thank you.
Sarah Dean says thank you. She says welcome.
That's right.
I know you could hear her.
I heard that clear. That was all good.
She didn't donate to my stream. She's my girlfriend. She didn't donate to my damn stream.
Hey, don't blame me for that. That's not my fault. You can also see the wall of destiny at the back, which is slowly being filled with retro consoles as well. So,
nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I approve.
Yes, it is. It does have some interesting things. Although the multi-mega is currently being repaired as we speak. Is it?
Which I sold one of mine years ago. I sold my multi-mega years ago.
Oi.
And it made me very, very sad.
Indeed. I've just realised I can't even see the chat. I should probably keep half an eye on that. Give you a minute.
I'm in the Twitch chat.
Good.
It's like the Twitch thing is like a couple of seconds behind the main thing, you know.
So whilst everyone's mugging me off, you can see it real time. So
yeah, no, I see it after, like, way after it's happened. It's like the worst time machine ever.
Right, I shall keep that half open so I can keep tabs on things now. Yes, so actually, no, I won't bother doing that. I've got a small screen set up and I could use it, but I can't be bothered. So yeah, this was impromptu.
Yeah, where can I get one of them Pharaoh's hats?
I will send you the link.
Oh yes, please do.
You do also have to be Egyptian, so yeah.
Which I'm not. I can
See? Look at that in the back. Look at that in the background. That's when you know.
I didn't know you were actually Egyptian.
Half. Mum's half Egyptian.
Half Egyptian.
There we go. Yeah. There we go.
Do you walk like an Egyptian?
I knew he was going to say it. I knew he was going to say it. Someone had to say it.
Sorry, mate. I'm so sorry. Do you like Stargate?
Yes. It's alright. I'm just half looking at the chat.
I should ask you questions on your stream.
You can. Well, I mean, this seems to be the perfect opportunity to do this now. So
yes, for people to like find out questions and answers about you. So I could ask you various questions. Yes. This would be good.
No, this is bad idea.
No, it's a very good idea.
Bad idea, Jay.
Question time with MeanMachineDean.
I nearly swore there.
Game show host voice. You're joining us on the Game Blast 19 charity stream, where I'm joined by MeanMachineDean. And I'm going to be asking him I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions. And I want to answer it immediately.
Okay, fine.
Okay, first question. Who is he daddy and what does he do?
He's nearly going to be retired, and his name's Richard. There you go.
Okay, but what does he do when he's not retired?
That's a good question. He does many things, but he works for an avionics company, and does paperwork and stuff like that, sorting out like whose planes are booked in for repairs and stuff like that. Like little, well, I say little private aircraft is what I should say. There you go.
Oh, cool. So he wasn't the man responsible for sorting out repairs on Concorde, was he?
No.
Right.
Oh, I can see where this is going to go. Ban.
Nice easy one for you, mate. Nice easy one for you. Pepsi or Coke?
Oh, that's not easy.
It is. It's easy.
Right, hang on a minute. They're right. Are we talking about the two entities separate, or are they allowed to have additional flavouring?
No, they're always allowed to have additional flavouring, mate. I'm hoping that you're going to say cherry Pepsi Max.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was going.
Yeah, no, totally. I knew it. I can like read your mind through the stream, mate.
Yeah, because yeah.
All right, McDonald's, KFC, or Burger King?
KFC, without question.
Oh yes.
Without question.
All the way, mate.
Although the ultimate, I guess, would be a Whopper with a McDonald's milkshake and Burger King fries. Was that right? Am I wrong there?
There was an ultimate combo posted on YouTube a while back, wasn't it, where somebody got like a KFC, a Burger King, and a McDonald's and put it all together.
Did they also have a tub of aspirin to go with that as well?
No, they had what I like to refer to as a complete pulmonary embolism followed by a coronary. You know.
Defibrillator start.
What do you have if you cross a KFC with a Burger King and a McDonald's? Diabetes.
Yes, you have diabetes. Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, Bex has come up with a good one. She says Batman or Superman?
Oh, Batman. What type of question's that?
Yeah, I've got a better one. Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
Yes.
Yes. Marvel with a few DC, but very small. Very small.
Which one? Because Marvel is the king.
It is, but I mean, Batman for one, and then Punisher for two. But that's about it. But that's about it.
Not Batfleck.
No.
Not Batman. Not Ben Affleck.
No. Well, no. Val Kilmer obviously is the.
Batman Forever.
Absolutely.
Jim Perry, Tommy Lee Jones. It's the obvious choice.
Oh, PTSD. Anyway,
cake or death? Says Bex.
How about internet or no internet? How about that? I mean,
high five, dude.
Oh, hang on.
Okay.
Internet or no internet? Oh.
Yeah. Internet or no internet? The fun game that you can play at home. Just get your lawnmower.
Or a chainsaw. Reference.
Chainsaw, yeah.
See, there we go. Reference.
A few people won't get that reference.
No, but now if you go and check out Gaming Muso's YouTube channel, you will get that reference. See, there we go.
Yeah, please don't leave any nasty comments because I'm not monetized anyway. But they'll never monetize me if you leave nasty comments.
No, it will be fine. It will be fine.
This twat crashes other people's streams all the time and ruins everything for everybody. It just appears randomly.
That's very harsh to speak of Bex like that. Anyway,
Bex, honestly, this is not. It's to do with me. You can blame Dean for all.
No.
Mechadon says, forget the high fives, internet fist bumps instead.
Oh, hang on. I keep forgetting. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Make sure I'm in the right.
There we go. Yeah. I hope someone's making clips of this, by the way.
Yeah.
Boom. There we go.
Fist bump. Boom.
There we go. Wow. I don't think Oh, so now Bex has put a difficult one in there, and I don't know how to answer it.
Go on. All Mega Drive or SNES?
Right, here we go. Right. My youth was spent playing a SNES, so my household was predominantly Nintendo and NPCs and so on and so forth. However, in later life, I have suddenly realised, and in fact I may even go and prove this fact in a minute, that Nintendo were, yes, the B word, because they wouldn't spend money on their packaging. So, for instance, you would get, well, I say that, and then I go and pick up a Saturn game that's nearly fallen apart. However, the two consoles that we're talking about, you'd buy a Super Nintendo game, it'd come in a cardboard box held together with pixie dust, and as soon as you opened it up, it would just fall apart. And you're like, well, I've just paid.
Why Genesis did what Nintendo didn't.
Exactly.
You know?
So, you know, I have a boxed version, and I think I've put it on Twitter, of NBA Jam that my dad got for me on the Super Nintendo, which has $59.99 sticker on it. The box still is held up to its point, held together by pixie dust and whatever else Nintendo had decided to hold their boxes with. But you can go and buy a Genesis game, and it's made in a nice and hard plastic case, and you open it up, and there's a nice manual and a nice cartridge sat in a plastic area. It looks nice. It's presented better. So in terms of overall presentation, in terms of its presentation, including the boxes as well, Sega were well ahead. However, I do have fond memories of that Super Nintendo, which you can't quite see, but it's sat like up there. So, yeah, that's my answer. But if you had to get me to pick one, I would pick the SNES only because Street Fighter was better on it. That's it.
You see, yeah, that's a good point.
That is it.
I mean, there's a thing. I mean, SNES had some of its brilliant, like, original games. I mean, Super Mario All-Stars. I can still sit down and play that any day of the week.
Absolutely.
Star Fox, Starwing over here, of course.
Yes. That's right. I'm just looking at some of the other nonsense. Something can be said about Game Boy game boxes. Oh man, yeah. You coughed at them and they just and just died. So.
You realize your charity streams turn into a charity podcast now, don't you?
I know, this is good.
Yeah. Other people should ask you questions in the chat.
Yeah, I'm now.
I want people to ask some ridiculously, like, weird, quirky questions. Like, how do you have your steak done?
Medium.
Oh, my man. Brilliant. Yes. Of course.
I know good steak. So.
Yes, of course you do. Of course you do, mate. We should all know good steak. And anybody who has their steak done well done is wrong.
Yeah, it's when it comes to the when it gets to the state when you can actually prop open a door with it, I think that's when you draw the line. So.
The door stop steak. Taz says, can you fix his phone?
Yeah.
Have you tried turning it off and turning it on again?
It's valid. It's a very valid point you raise there. Actually, I should probably turn that off. Yeah.
It says Sonic or Mario.
Games or character? Because character, obviously Sonic.
Gotta go
easy.
Fast.
So, Muso should play some guitar for us. That's my brother who sat 2 doors down. No,
really?
he's not getting the
I
guitar
didn't
out.
know that was your brother.
Yes, big bro Mo. So, there we go.
I mean, I could bring my guitar in.
Street Fighter or
Street
Fighter or Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat. Because it had the better movies.
It's true. Fact. Well, to be fair, there would. If I want to be pedantic, the Street Fighter animated movie.
Oh, the anime. Yeah, no, that was good.
However, the live action one.
Not so much. Apart from Raul Julia.
Yes.
Julia made that film.
I can't believe it was the last film he made.
It was pretty much his last legacy, wasn't it?
Wow.
Last film he ever did.
Let's just
He owned that part, dude. He was brilliant.
Let's just go down the roll call of films he's done. What was the last one? Oh.
Yeah. And then he was brilliant in Addams Family.
Dean should play some games. Muso has to strum along to it. What is this nonsense going on? Don't make me come out of this room and beat you to death. I will do it.
We could play Guess the Fleas.
No,
No.
Because then your house would be full of fleas, and mine wouldn't. So that would just be silly.
I'm not even in my games room. Right? I'm in the office.
It was better on Mega Drive because it had blood. Blood doesn't make everything better, Bex. Explosions do. There we go.
Unless you're drinking the blood of your enemies.
Crush your enemies, have them driven before you, and the lamentation of the women. Although if you don't listen to it carefully, it sounds like he says he wants to laminate the women, which is a bit awkward.
It is one that you could do.
Yeah.
You could do an Arnie quote, and then I can say what film it was from. Take a guess as to what film it was from.
Yeah, but it'd all be
Or
too
vice
easy.
versa.
It'll be too
Not
easy.
necessarily. I don't know all the Arnie quotes.
Well, hang on. I need
Sure,
to.
you know all the Arnie quotes.
I need to. Hang on. I need to put my phone on split screen so I can keep half an eye of what's going on. So bear with. I need to get a list of Arnold's best quotes. Hang on.
Okay, right. This will be an interesting one.
Hang on a minute.
Actually, would have been good if you could play a 2-player game against each other.
True.
Would have been interesting, actually.
Well, to be fair, I didn't even think I'd get this working. So the fact that we're even doing this on Twitch now is an achievement in itself. So.
Yes. I'm impressed. I couldn't have done this.
Click, right click, paste. Oh, it worked. Yeah.
Just slap it. It works.
You see, all these quotes are far too easy. Oh no, that's quite good. I let him go.
Oh, I did. Oh, Red Heat.
Was that one of Arnold's X-rated films, or?
No, I let him go. That could be on anything, couldn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Apparently, it was after he dropped a man off a cliff in Commando. So.
No, you see, Commando ain't one of my favourites.
How dare you?
Taz got it. Taz got it.
Good lad. Good lad. Stick around.
No, it's right on the tip of my tongue. Stick around. Stick around. Is it The Running Man?
No.
No? Ah.
I don't think what they've quoted is correct. I think they're actually wrong, but I could be wrong.
Stick around. I thought it was where he kills Sub-Zero and...
Nope.
No.
No, so it says here, after pinning a man to a tree with a knife in Predator. However, I think that's Commando, and I think that is actually wrong.
Sarah was yelling up Predator from downstairs.
Ah.
I refused to listen. I didn't need any help.
Oh, Shinobi shirt for the win. Just saying.
How dare you not get that? I'm so sorry.
The level of disgust. Yes.
Not get that. What are you come in.
I'm.
Come in.
I feel like I feel like I've put a strain on your relationship. The fact that
no,
Sarah's donated and you know. Oh.
Sorry.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is what happens when you do things live. Never work with pets.
At the door, apparently. This is yeah. Who the hell is knocking on our door on a Saturday? How very dare they, indeed.
It's not me, so.
No, it's not you. You're all the way down in Cockney land, isn't it?
Wait, Squire.
There's one because I have no idea exactly where you exactly are from, other than the fact that you have a southern accent.
Guess.
There's no one there. All right. I know. I have. Right. No, genuinely, I'd say somewhere in East London. In the East End, innit?
How dare you say I'm in East London? It's disrespectful.
Mate, I'm a northerner. It all sounds the same to me.
Brilliant.
Sarah's here.
Bloody
right.
Northern Fairy.
You're gonna have to, because I can't turn the speakers on. All right, okay. You have the left.
Ah, look at this.
The right one.
They literally share everything in life, isn't that wonderful?
Yeah, it's romantic, isn't it?
I'm quite impressed that you managed to keep a straight face whilst I'm wearing this. So.
I'm not gonna lie, mate. It suits you.
Well, of course it does. So.
Yeah.
I could also. Oh, hang on. I need to lean that way. I could also get the mask out, which is sat just behind me over there. So.
Do it.
Do it.
Waiting for it. Come on.
Anyway, where was we?
Yeah, Arnie quotes. Sarah can help with these. Yeah, she can do it. She can do it.
You're a funny guy, Sully. I like you. That's why I'm going to kill you last.
Come on.
Yes, I know it's a very good impression. I know. I have practiced. Come on, do it! Do it now! Come on! I'm waiting.
After her having to go with me for that, and she can't even. Oh, I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
My level of disappointment has greatly gone up.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, can we not be friends anymore then?
It's alright. It's alright. I'll just cry it. I'll just cry at night. Anyway, I've just noticed something. No, you were right. It was Commando. I've just noticed that there's a brainy quote link into which one of the authors is Arnold Schwarzenegger, which I think is worth a look at itself. Okay. Let's see what ridiculous nonsense he's come up with. The future is green energy, sustainability, renewable energy. How is that even a quote? That's just facts.
Because it's when he was the governor. I'm the governor of California. Vote for me.
Absolute. Right, here we go. Film quotes, yes. By the way, that's an amazing GIF, and I hope you can see that. Here we go. Right. But I'm all woman.
Oh, that's Junior.
Yes, very good.
Yeah, no, knew that one.
Hang on a minute. It's too easy. Got to catch the red eye. Have them join the stream, and they are rubbish.
No. Honestly, I am offended.
You wanted me to bring up Arnie quotes. I am delivering what you have said, and you are failing miserably. So,
it's just life. I fail miserably at everything.
Get your ass to Mars. Anyway, you were supposed to be guessing where I'm from.
Guessing where you're from? All right, okay.
Yes, I'm from East London, where I sell all the fruit and veg, innit?
Alright. Slough.
Yes, correct. There you go. Boom. Congratulations. Well done.
Right. I
Right.
was going to say Staines.
Oh, how dare you. It Stains upon Thames, I think you'll find. Oh, hang on, my light's gone out. Oh, hang on. Come back. There we go. Yes, Stains upon Thames. They requested to change their name, so...
Was that because of the whole Ali G?
Probably. Hang on, let me switch to... Oh, that light's dead as well, Christ. It's all going Pete Tong now.
Well, I don't even know where Slough is. I thought Slough was more near, like, Birmingham kind of place.
Are you alright, mate?
I don't know anywhere past Birmingham, okay? We live
Birmingham.
Up north.
Up north. Up north with with curry sauce.
Oh. No, it's Vodafone have new offers. No, it's O2 have new offers.
Right, 3 interesting facts about Slough. O2's head office is here. Mars bars and Snickers bars are made in Slough, so if you ever have one. And the third interesting fact is that Electronic Arts' old HQ used to be in Slough. Fact.
Well, in Accrington, where we live, we have Holland pies. We literally live where all the pies are made.
To be fair, that's a good trade-off.
Exactly.
I did take a picture, actually. Hang on, let me see if I can find it. Yes, I don't know if you'll be able to see this on screen, but this was taken out of the manual from Syndicate, which was an EA game, and if I show it up to the camera, you'll see that the returns after warranty address, you probably can't quite see it there, but it does say Slough, UK, and there's an SL3 postcode, which is the postcode for Slough. So, there you go. So, there you go. Fact. And it used to be...
I'm posting your Just Giving link in the... Is it justgiving.com/MeanMachineDean? Just so because people should be forking out the cash for you for all of this work that you're doing today and yesterday, my friend.
I'm sure you said forking there, and you weren't referring to the other F word in a northern accent.
No.
You should be forking out the donations, you bastard.
Because I'm originally from Liverpool, cool. You're glad that you even understand what the hell I'm saying.
I know, you're a hidden scouser.
I am a hidden scouser. A hidden scouser.
It comes out when it gets angry.
Apparently.
Yeah. No, it does.
Come on in, you want some? We'll fucking give it to you.
A hidden scouser. That's just somebody who's run.
Yeah, right. I'll fight you if you want.
Hidden scouser is just someone who's running from the coppers.
Just denies all of my insults there. Well done.
Hey, mate, I've had it for 34 years, alright? I turn up in places and I say I'm originally from Liverpool and all I get is, oh, hey, you know, watch your handbags.
Way.
Go out and make sure your car tyres are still on there. I'm like, yeah, fuck it, honest.
Girlfriends.
Yeah, girlfriends. It's not like, I mean, could you imagine if I had that accent and did me streams or me gigs and come on to me streams and went, alright there guys, it's the Gaming Muso here doing me stream on Mondays and we're going to play some Mass Effect, la. I'm hopefully going to get through the game pretty quick and I've been playing some Alien Isolation, lads. It took us like 13 attempts to get through the fucking xenomorph bastard and it kept fucking coming like killing me, lad. I was like, yeah, you fucking blades. Get away from me, lad. Get away from me, lad.
That is so
I know, man.
Well, I can certainly see why you opted for the hidden Scouse accent.
Exactly. This is. I didn't ever want to have that particularly strong accent because I've thought if I ever attempt to do anything with my life, I'm not going to get anywhere with that because all I'm ever going to be regarded as will be the accused for the rest of my natural existence. So you know.
God.
Whereas when I do get pulled over by the police from coming home at gigs, I can put on a more like a pronunciation accent, and I can go, "Yes, officer, what appears to be the problem this evening? May I help you?"
And he'll go, why are you talking in a weird accent?
I don't know what you're talking about.
How much have you?
My natural voice.
How much have you had to drink tonight, sir? No, nothing. Nothing at all.
I had a couple of snifters of sherry, and then, you know.
Snifters. What a brilliant statement that is.
Yeah, of course. Where's Craig Charles when you need him? Dom says. Yes, of course.
Yeah. Now that is the original Scouse Massive right there.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Sorry, I'm still
The only time I ever usually go into a Scouse accent is when I'm quoting Red Dwarf. That's it, mate. It's the only time I ever really use it.
So well, it's a valid comment. Sorry, I'm actually trying to find my Just Giving link because someone has just messaged me saying, "Can you send it to me?" And I can't find it. So
MeanMachineDean. JustGiving.com/MeanMachineDean.
Is it as simple as that?
It is. It's as simple as that. You don't have to do the fundraising. If you just do JustGiving.com/MeanMachineDean and go and donate to this fella over here who is doing a lot of hard work raising money for Game Blast and Special Effect. If you haven't donated any money yet, then you are a nasty person and you should be very, very ashamed of yourself and you should be getting your wallet out right now or your phone and texting the number that you can text to also do this and do the thing. Do the thing, send the stuff, do your thing, yeah. So there we go, yeah.
Again, I'm truly so sorry.
Yeah.
No, it's all right. I perfectly appreciate it. As soon as I've sent this, we will return back to madness. Right, so I'm going to go and grab something. Hang on. Hopefully my knee doesn't give out, so we'll see. Hang about.
Oh. Big Bromo says very nice music. No, I should have done it in a more of a proper advert for MeanMachineDean.
No, it's all right. It just it's perfectly.
Do you like streams? Do you like streamers that wear Egyptian hats on their streams to make themselves look like a pharaoh? Then you need to check out MeanMachineDean.
Absolutely.
Go see his streams at www.twitch.tv/MeanMachineDean.
Right, I don't know how well this is going to work, but we'll see. So give me a moment.
Right, I don't know what you're doing. I'm gonna switch back to the Discord so I can actually see this in real time.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
Hello. How are you all?
It's the stuff of nightmares.
Is it? It's not that scary now, is it?
I wouldn't expect it to be so polite.
There we go. I can make it flash as well. I'll do that. There we go. No.
Do you like streamers that not only wear Egyptian hats, but wear RGB masks that would give your children nightmares? and you check out MeanMachineDean.
Yeah, so it's not as scary as you thought. I've killed the illusion now.
Rave, mate. That's what you need. You need some
Yeah.
glow sticks.
Yeah, if we ever do meet up and go on a night out, I think that's coming out with us.
Well, you're not coming up for Play Expo?
Well, depending on... Oh, hang on. Depending on when I get surgery on my knee, will determine that. Although, as you saw yesterday, Beat Saber was alright, so... yeah.
You managed alright with that. Just don't get the surgery on your knee and then go... Yeah, like, you know, you and Bex both screwed your knees up, didn't you?
Yeah, although, as we say, my story is apparently a lot more interesting than hers. I was what was I doing? I was training to do lightsaber fighting with the guys from Silver Sabers, who are very cool, if you've not checked them out. And I was halfway through learning that and just slightly bent my knee and it went. It was lovely. However, Bex was walking in through her garden into her house and lost a fight with a clothing horse. So, quite funny.
She did say that. It's astounding.
Yeah.
I'm getting afraid to like leave the house.
Yeah.
In my mid-30s for fear that I'm stage now where I fear if I fall, I will shatter every bone in my body.
Yeah, I think that's a valid comment. Right, I'm going to leave the chat open now. Now I've done the admins, and now I can concentrate on being silly, which is something I excel at.
Your brother said you didn't use the Force.
Don't make me come out there. I will pick up. What's the largest console I've got? I will chuck a 32X at your head, and that will hurt.
Waste of a perfectly good 32X, mate.
It is, but yeah, you can laugh. You wait until we come off stream, mate. You are done. 32X to the head. You wait. I'm going to put it on the end of a block of rope and just.
Like you need Street Fighter, like live action Street Fighter. That'd make the good stream, mate. You versus your brother.
You wouldn't because he's about 6'2" and really strong,
right.
so it's not going to end well.
Right.
So yeah. In fact, bring your ass in here since you're mocking me for so much. There we go. I shall send him. Get in here.
Get in here.
See us.
Oi, you now.
Right, I'm gonna. I don't care if you look like crap. That's what you get for mugging me off.
Hello, guys. Wherever we are.
Hi.
Where are we?
Oi, oi.
I'm very dark at the moment.
Your brother's cool. He's wearing a Roland t-shirt.
Yes.
I'm also.
The man knows class musical instruments.
Yes.
Excellent. We approve of this.
Oh, so you approve of that and not of this? Okay, fine.
No, I said I approved of the hat. I said I
Whatever.
approved of it.
Whatever, James. Don't.
Sorry,
If you
Barry.
want to pick the other brother, that's perfectly fine. You know.
No, it is fine. God almighty, Jesus. I can't say one thing.
No, you can't.
I'm in trouble.
Oh, leave him alone. Why are you being so funny with him?
When did you get so soft?
But he's doing a really good thing for you.
He
Look
is
at all
doing a
them-
very good thing.
I love all them like advertisements that he's putting out. They're just
Absolutely.
awesome.
Yeah, but you haven't played Guess the Fleas, so.
Well, no, that's fair enough. Oh, by the way, somebody did say on the comment, I
Right.
was reading it,
Yeah.
saying, why have we put the Sega Saturn on top of the Dreamcast? And you haven't responded, but I've said because we haven't got no more table space.
Correct. Good answer.
And you were supposed to put it away.
You have what? You have the Sega Saturn on top of
I know.
Oh my god.
But guess who will be repairing it, Muso, when it goes wrong?
Oh my god.
Like, who repaired
Oh
it not so long before we got it all working?
Yeah, cheers, brother. All right, off you go.
Sad is saying, oh my god, and he's not moving it whilst I'm saying it. Move it immediately. Take the goddamn Sega 30.
Right.
Take
No,
the
'cause-
Saturn off the Dreamcast.
No, it's good because it's causing you anxiety, and I'm thoroughly enjoying this.
Right, I'm going in
It's
the next
going to
room.
cause an
See you in a bit.
anxiety
All right.
attack is what it's going to cause.
Goodbye, brother. Wait until you get that 32 extra in the head.
If you want to see Dean take the Saturn off the Dreamcast, then donate money. Donate money. If you want to save a poor defenseless Dreamcast from the horrors of a Sega Saturn attack.
I have an LG remote and I will use it.
Muso and Dean domestic. Muso and Dean gonna break up. Bex, don't you dare get involved. You can't even mow your lawn without cutting through the fucking internet cable. Okay? I almost want to say to Bex, call in on the Discord. Call in on the Discord.
Oh
Bex.
God, this is gonna go bad.
We can all literally get involved on this. Get her to call in on the Discord, because then it'll all be in the one win.
What do you mean it's a bromance? In case you had forgotten, Sarah is female, not bromance. Sorry, Sarah. I thought that needed clarifying.
I was just about to say, people might not. Could be anything.
Ah.
The dog is moaning. The dog is moaning.
Yeah.
Bex, get in on the chat. Get on Discord and call in. I'm sure there's a way that we can do this. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna deliver the ad. She's getting in whether she likes it or not.
Right, and whilst you're doing that, I'm going to dismantle this, as it's, yeah. As this is now turned into a podcast, and I almost feel like I should update my Twitch now to replicate that, which I will do in a moment.
I'm gonna say, why does it say that we're not? Oh, there we go. So for some reason, it wasn't saying that we were friends on Discord. And then it was like, well, right, Trista Bytes. Is Bex even on Discord?
Yes, she's on the Ministry Discord.
So why can I not add her to the group chat?
Um,
Am I really not friends with Bex? Oh my god, I'm such an awful friend. Like seriously? Let's go into the Ministry Discord.
awkward.
This is where she just disappears now.
Yeah. Hang on a bit. Not friends on Discord because you guys had a domestic, apparently. I have no idea. Oh my god.
Accept my friend request, Bex.
Doesn't want to now.
We're roping her into the chat to explain why on earth she chopped through network cable with a lawnmower.
I do remember having a distinct phone call with her, and she said, "Oh, there's no internet." All right, we check the
And you were
cable.
like, yeah, and I'm not surprised.
And here are two ends of a internet cable that are not connected.
Like turning it off and turning it on again won't help.
No, absolutely. It's alright, I'm just, Oh, come here, Saturn. Come here. There we go. Isn't she pretty? Isn't she pretty?
Good, you've taken it off the Dreamcast. That is an improvement.
I could put the N64 on top if that would make things better.
No, because then you would be implying that Nintendo is above Sega, which is not true.
Ooh.
You must never, ever do that, ever.
Mm.
Right, Bex says, what do I need to do? Well, Bex, what you need to do is you need to open your Discord, you need to accept my friend request, and then I believe I can add you to this video call. I think.
I believe.
In theory, no, I thought you were going to say I believe I can fly. We're not discussing R. Kelly.
No, we're
not,
definitely not singing R. Kelly.
Right,
you are correct about that.
Right, I'm not even kidding you. Sarah and I went into Accra today, and we went thrifting in some charity shops, and in charity shops, in the CD rack, pushed right to the front for 50p, were copies of R. Kelly albums. And we're sat there going, nobody in their right mind is going to buy these albums right now. What's going on?
R. Kelly?
She said,
R. Kelly. Maybe he's Northern.
Bex, you don't have to leave Twitch. Are you on your phone, Bex? You shouldn't have to leave Twitch to do it. You have not got the Discord app on your thing.
Unless she's using it on her phone.
I bet she is. Let's just see if it works. Let's see if she magically comes online. It says outgoing friend request to Trista Bytes.
Ooh.
This is where she just denies it and goes, "Fuck you, we're not friends."
Do you know what? I'm incredibly disappointed with her, actually.
For what reasons? For why?
As I played GoldenEye yesterday on stream,
Yes.
and she was like, "Oh, Perfect Dark's the better game." So I said, "All right, I will play it." I played it, and she didn't even turn up.
Perfect Dark is not the better game. Oh, there we go. Right, he's here.
No.
Let's see if I can do the thing with the stuff.
I feel like my PC's wincing at me. It's all right, baby. It's all right. It's only Bex. Don't worry. It's all right. It's all right. Oh, good gosh.
Where is this? Am I the right way up?
You are now.
causing echo, or am I right?
No, you're doing well. I don't know where James has gone. He seems to have disappeared.
Ah.
James! He's loading. He's loading. Loading.
You can see exactly how tired and crushed I am.
You had a great night.
It was good. It was good. I got to see Professor Elemental, if anyone's heard of him. He's a chat pop artist. He wears an explorer's hat and he raps about tea.
Say that again?
He's chat pop.
Did you? No. That bit I got. It was the bit after.
The explorer's hat?
No, I think you just said he raps about tea.
Yes. And being British and general fun things like that.
I feel it.
Nothing like being in a crowded club full of people where someone's shouting out, when I say Earl Grey, you say yes, please.
Ah! Ha ha! You can't get rid of me that easily.
Tried to. Didn't work. Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hang on. What the fuck? There we go. I think I've worked out how to make it work. I think. How do I see all three of you in one window?
Well,
all two of you in one window.
Well, I have all three of you in one window on Twitch.
I don't know how to view all two of you in the thing.
So in the chat window, if you hover your mouse over our faces, on the bottom right, there's a little two arrows that looks like an expandy thing. Click that and it. Anyway, my stream looks sick. So anyway.
Yeah. No, I can't.
Can I poke people?
No, can you not poke me in the head, please? Please.
I can't see both of you. It's not working.
It can do it, Captain.
All it shows is either who is. Oh, there we go. I've got it. I've done it. Yay! I'm a technical genius.
I'm not.
Sarah's expression says otherwise.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Anyway, Sarah, Bex, Sarah.
Oh, okay. I'll just fourth wheel in this conversation then.
No, it's just like because I don't think we've ever all been like in it. Like I said, this is the first time me speaking to you, Dean.
Valid.
And then yeah,
that's a good point. Anyway, yeah, rappers who sing about tea. What?
Do we start the tea debate?
No.
Do we do a live charity stream about tea?
Oh dear.
I don't like tea.
But we know this. We know. In fact, I found the video the other day. It was like, I don't like tea, and you expect me to put this and have an opinion on it. And it's like, I drink squash because I'm silly.
Squash. Yes. Dean, have you got any headphones, mate? Because I think on.
Hang on a minute. You'll probably. Yes. I can solve this. Give me a moment.
This is me. I love how I crash Dean's stream and go, dude, we're both coming in on the stream, and you're wearing headphones, and you're doing all this.
Always have to wear headphones.
Yeah, man. I learned that the hard way. Quan gave me a telling off.
Yeah, skull candy headphones for me. I've got Hello Kitty ones, but they don't have a mic, so.
I will solve this in a minute. My actual headphones seem to have not been plugged in, so give me a moment.
You must rectify the situation immediately.
I will do it, don't worry.
Right now, come on. Plug in your headphones. Come on. And do a test on your mic. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mic check.
No, that one.
Oh yeah.
We're going back.
Yeah.
It's the reason why I was here.
Yes. Back to the Arnie quotes. Are you in your?
No, I'm in my bed.
You're in your bed. Oh, you didn't get back in till 5 o'clock this morning, did you? Because you were out partying last night.
Yeah, well, 5, half 5.
So he.
5.
So,
I had a bad drink and.
so are you drunk or hungover?
Neither.
Oh, neither. Wow, I'm impressed.
She's high on life.
Yeah, I can't drink without getting a 2-day hangover these days. Which means
I
that
don't
Play
drink.
Expo is going to be hilarious.
I rarely drink.
Oh, yes, sir.
That solves that problem. I live in London.
Yeah.
Well, apparently I live in East London.
Generally.
I thought Slough was East London, for God's sake. I don't know, South.
Next time you put a Mars bar in your mouth.
Right, fine.
Is
I'll
that
remember
you?
that I'll remember that it comes from where you're from, alright?
Don't. Just don't. Okay? Just don't.
I knew there was something funny going on between you two.
I'm not saying a thing.
Please donate money to the stream, please. Go on.
If you donate money, we'll stop.
No.
We'll stop with this shit if you donate money.
Oh, hang on.
Right. Do you still want to know about my internet cable, Muso?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
I want to know the whole story behind it.
What the fourth attempt at launching my Twitch has failed. Yeah, so obviously I've tried to launch Twitch and then been ill and then smashed my leg and been on crutches for a month and then I was ill again and then was about to launch Twitch and unfortunately had the good idea of doing some gardening. And I didn't cut it with a lawnmower.
I thought it was a lawnmower.
It was secateurs.
It was a chainsaw.
God, like it makes a hell of a difference.
No,
Never mind. I didn't cut the network cable with a lawnmower. Get it right. It was with secateurs.
No, because that makes it worse, because I literally cut the cable, and I didn't just cut it in one place like I showed on the photo, I actually cut it in 3. That was me trying to save face.
Oh my God. We only got 1/3 of a story on Twitter. Lies. Terrible.
I feel incredibly disappointed by that.
Yeah, me
I have
too.
a new cable now, which instead of running to the studio and saying, I'll just set that up and put it on tube so I don't cut it at some point later, and then not doing that, I'm actually going to put the new cable in the tube so I don't need to do that again.
So when are you going to be streaming on Twitch?
Soon.
We need to sort out, like, you, me, and Dean, we need to sort out some sort, if we could try like a 3-piece Twitch game tournament from, there's got to be a way to do it, like playing retro or something, like arcade, Simpsons.
Right, I think that should have solved it now. Sorry, I had to.
Mate, now you look like a radio DJ.
Hi.
Yeah, you're listening to MeanMachineDean.
Hey, hang on a minute, something's missing. There we go. Oh, okay, alright, hang on. What I may do is that and...
I wonder how many people have ever attempted this on a Twitch stream.
One?
No one with common sense.
No,
Nah.
of course not, but we don't have any common sense. We're gamers
Not
and
between all
YouTubers.
three of us. No, between all three of us, we've still not got common sense.
Although we wouldn't cut for our own internet.
She has common sense, so, you know, it's like she makes up for my lack of common sense.
I'm very sorry. That's a tough job.
Gosh.
I mean, any man that, play test Guess the Fleas in your house that many times, I mean...
Guess to fleas?
Yeah, she was. I woke up in the morning and went, I've just had this really weird dream. She went, what was it about? I said, I invented a game, right, called Guess the Fleas. And she just looked at me like I'd pretty much just shit in my hands, clapped and shown it to her. Just...
This is why we have editing usually.
Dean's just like,
Oh!
why do I allow these people to crash my stream? Why?
Well, you crashed the screen, you bullied me into it. I don't even know how to use it.
Oh!
I bully people on streams. You know, I bully my way into other people's streams and then coax people into them.
That's an image I'm never going to be able to get out of my head.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Right. There you go. Good.
Anyway, you want to hear more stories about Guess the Fleas, you need to donate to Dean's Just Giving. Where are you up to at the moment with your fundraising?
That's a...
You raised over 400, were you over £400? You're nearly at 500?
So it were £444 last time I checked.
Is that your I'm offended by your attempt at a northern accent. Don't make me come down and slap you. I will slap you so hard it will literally cook you. Because exerting force generates heat, and if I slap you hard enough, it will cook a thing. It'll cook a chicken. Have you seen,
If you
that
want to
thing
see
on
that happen, please donate. We will make this happen.
No.
I will buy a new car somehow to replace my poor car, and then I will drive Steve.
So,
She'll drive me to do it.
I'll drive him down.
She'll drive me down there right now. I will cancel my gig tonight, and we will come to Slough quickly. Instead of we won't be coming to Slough slowly.
That's good clarification. Thank you.
Yes.
Muso. That really, so donate money, and Muso will slap Steve.
yeah. Anyway, whilst we're on donations,
I don't know what kind of stream you've brought me onto.
yeah, I wouldn't question it.
It's the Mean Machine Madhouse.
There we go. There's the podcast name. William Klangbold has donated £20, which takes the current target of 500, which I actually increased yesterday, to £474 and 9 pence. So we are 95% of the target.
That is pretty damn impressive.
So we have done incredibly well.
Don't forget, if you're watching, to share the stream, guys.
Absolutely.
People in on the goddamn madness.
Yeah, if
You know.
nothing else, you can just video clips of this and use it to blackmail any of the people you can see
Of
currently.
course.
My brother.
But the only person you won't be able to blackmail from this is Sarah, because she has nothing incriminating. Whereas you've got me, who makes Guess the Fleas. You have Bex, who chops through internet cables thrice with secateurs, and then
I'm
you
not
have
ashamed of that.
Dean, who gooses his knee when trying to do lightsaber training. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fact. It's fact. So according to my brother, he would prefer you to hit me with a Stratocaster.
I don't own a Stratocaster. I
Yes.
used
Success. Yes.
to. I own a John Petrucci signature music, man. It's a little bit heavier.
I know, Ivan,
Ah, yes. Excellent.
metal.
You hit him with the Ibanez, and I'll hit
No.
him with the John Petrucci music, man.
Why is this all turned into hitting me?
Well, come on, Dick. It's a brilliant thing to do in a charity stream. You remember, like, when used to go to school fates, and it was hit your headmaster in the face with the wet sponge?
Yeah, but that's a wet sponge.
We'll do a charity stream where we beat you half to death with electric guitars. It's like a new
And
thing.
retro consoles.
In retro consoles.
Not the 32X.
I have a very good Jaguar controller, which
Oh.
doesn't make incredibly well.
Not.
We have a Dreamcast
well,
I hate the rumble pack. I hate rumble pack. Why can you not remove them on modern consoles? I hate them.
there is a.
Why would you want to remove them?
I don't like them.
Why not?
They're just wrong.
Oh my god.
What?
They vibrate. Like,
What?
This is a PG-13 stream, right? So
Ah.
So the only woman to ever complain about anything that vibrates.
To be fair, James already swore pretty badly earlier, so I'm just going to let it go now. So.
no comment because no comment. But no, I've never liked rumble packs and stuff. I always just preferred the regular controllers, and now it's like not optional. Your controller wants to murder you and escape.
A World Quang has appeared in the Twitch chat.
Oh, you should get Quang in on this.
Oh god,
You should get Quang in on
this is getting out of hand now.
Let's get as many people as we can in on this. You can add up to 7 people in on this Discord chat, dude.
For people who are especially masochistic watching this, please donate
Yes.
us to add yet more people to 12
And then Quang can sit there and tell us why he's the man with the most toys when we have a pitiful collection compared to him.
It's a valid
He
comment.
has got the most retro consoles.
Yeah, and then Quang can berate Dean. Quang can berate Dean for putting a 32X on top of the Dreamcast, and he can also berate you for cutting through your internet cable thrice. And he can berate me for invading everybody's streams. So you know.
Now, he's known me a long time. This is not news to anyone that I've done something like this.
Yeah.
Quite common behaviour.
Things happen. Do I have Quang on Discord? I bet I don't have Quang on Discord either, do I?
I suspect Quang is still in Germany at the moment.
He's in. Oh yes, he's over there for Gamescom, is he not?
I don't know.
No, what is it? He's over there for something. I know he was in a McDonald's the other night. You know.
He's getting some deep McRib action.
Yeah, he was. Dean, PG-13, dude. PG-13.
It's what I do best.
His office is no longer watching. He's just like, yeah, you can say anything.
Dean doesn't like to say where he works on his streams, but all I'll say is Dean works at the place where they make the best graphics cards. Not the crap graphics cards, but the best graphics cards.
This is very true.
The green graphics cards, not the red ones.
Sorry, I'm just reading, keeping up on the chat. My brother asked Bex, why not use a strimmer instead? Safer, no?
Because I was cutting hedges, which are very high up, so holding a strimmer that high up probably would have resulted in decapitation rather than just internet loss.
And on that note, that's a good answer. Right, so...
Quang says he's back in the UK.
Oh, awesome.
I'm sure he's on Discord, is he not? Quang, are you on Discord? Do you want to get involved on this?
He's not on Discord, though.
Is he not?
This Discord... Oh.
So, retro game. Just glossing over that terrible pun.
I feel like this podcasting is going to become a regular thing, and it now scares me.
Why the hell not? This is fun.
I feel like this has now become something. Who's just joined? Worth it, dudes. Sup, dudes. Hello to you. Sorry, I keep looking at the wrong webcam now.
Oh, Quang says, I actually helped Bex lay her internet cable, so was very sad she killed the cable. Oh, I unbelievable. A friend was good enough to... Quang is awesome. He did that as your friend, and you cut through his cable.
Oh, no, it's my cable.
PG-13. Actually, no, I've never seen a PG-13 film because we live in England. We don't have PG-13.
That's true.
We have 12, 12A, 15 and 18.
I do need to interrupt there, as someone has actually subscribed to my Twitch. So Worth It Dudes has actually subscribed. So thank you very much for that subscribe. It is very much appreciated. So good job.
Awesome. Thank you to everyone who is subscribing and who is donating to Slain Bar.
Apparently Quang is out and about.
Yeah. Well, you shouldn't be out and about. You should be at home on this chat. You know.
Yeah.
Get
We're the cool
involved.
ones.
Get involved.
I feel like if we don't carry on talking, Bex is about 5 minutes away from falling asleep.
I've been awake for...
I've been awake and the dancing and the I've been dancing all night. It was great.
Why did you try and make it? It shouldn't sound like James Brown, me.
I've been dancing. I'll get it. That takes effort to do that. Effort.
Like Eddie Murphy,
Yeah. Many people say. Yeah, I know. It's great. Unfortunate for you. There is a great story that I must tell you about James Brown. So his surname being Brown is kind of related to this story because apparently he was involved in a car chase. He was chasing another guy who was then being chased by the police because James Brown was having some work done at his house, and the worksman took... let's just say a quite serious number 2 at his house. James Brown was so offended that he pulled a gun out, and the guy then got in his car and ran away, and James Brown then chased after him.
Wow, I mean, they said he had soul, but Jesus. That's called getting... What is it like? He did that, and around the same time, Richard Pryor was arrested for shooting his car on his driveway, wasn't he?
Pretty much.
He into his driveway whilst he was high and just shot the car a couple of times. The police turned up, and then he went back in the house.
What's going on here then? Okay, bang.
That's the American version of that Monty Python scene.
It was Faulty Towers. Faulty Towers, where he's like, that's it.
God, there's a serious party going on here. We've got Retro Man Cave in the chat as well. Good gosh. Thank you very much for joining.
We apologise.
Hello, cave dwellers. You're watching the MeanMachineDean chat. Made from genuine Samurai arcade parts.
And now I'm just going to desolder this capacitor and put some flux down. I love your work, by the way, so please carry on. The mockery is pure love.
Neil, you can also join in on this Discord chat if you feel like it, by the way.
Yeah?
Hang on. Is Neil on? Is Neil online currently on Discord? Let's have a look.
Did you say turn it up?
Yeah, he says we're quiet, apparently.
I think your speakers up, the main one.
Right.
I think Bex and Muso are coming in through the... I think it's going out
In
through
the
speakers.
meantime, let's just...
Right, so I need to turn the speakers down then?
I didn't
Oh, right.
your final answer was on were you Mortal Kombat or were you Street Fighter?
Mortal Kombat.
Oh, actually, that's a valid point, Bex, because I played it earlier and you weren't here.
Comes Nick.
Oh, God!
Neil's here.
Hello, welcome, and we're very sorry.
It's the man with the most style out of the whole of YouTube. I said this on the Retro and Limb podcast last night. Neil has the most awesome style out of any YouTuber.
Oh, I thank you. But we need to talk about these impressions.
Oh, right, sorry. Oh no. Oh no. No.
Please don't sing Bruce Lee.
No, please do.
You wouldn't believe the number of edits of Bruce Lee that James got. I think there's something about 30 versions of me shouting Bruce Lee.
I would love to see that.
You weren't the person that sent me the most. In fact, I think out of the most versions, it was Bex. Bex nearly sent me a 20-minute long video of her doing 2 Wii remotes. And then because it was like 2 Wii remotes, and then she talked to herself for about 5 minutes, then 2 Wii remotes, then she talked to herself for another 5 minutes, and then 2 Wii remotes, and then she'd be like, I don't know, is this good? Is this good? Is this good? I don't know if this is good. This is good. Maybe you can edit around it. Maybe you can do... Anyway, 2 Wii remotes. Is that? I don't know whether that one's good.
It was fine. It was fine. For anyone who doesn't know the context of this, the Gaming Muso did a 12 Days of Christmas video and was foolish enough to ask other YouTubers and streamers to contribute.
Oh, hang on. That way. No, that way. There we go.
For coffee, let's say.
Yeah.
And it was very, very good.
I will get Dean involved next time. I will get him involved. But he has to wear the fez or the
Damn it!
hat.
Hello, Dean, by the way, and hello, Trista. I haven't spoken to you guys before.
Hello.
This is the first time meeting. Welcome to the madness.
Yes.
And hopefully all of this is entertaining the public enough for them to be donating some money towards special
Yes,
events.
and of course,
Maybe
Neil has been doing a Game Blast stream yesterday, didn't you, sir? You did some CDI
Good,
Tetris.
Oh, that wasn't a Game Blast one. No, I'm learning all about Game Blast.
All right.
But it wasn't. No, that was just me messing around. I think for about 40 minutes trying to get my sound mixer working on that stream. It wasn't the most successful stream.
Did you try desoldering the capacitors and then soldering in some new ones?
I did.
And adding some flux.
Hey, he's drinking wine at 5 to 5 on a Saturday afternoon.
Good now, how's your day been?
I've done my Saturday job.
What's your Saturday job? Or what were you doing today?
I cleaned my car. It was a nice sunny day. So I went out in suburbia and cleaned the car with
It
everyone
has
else
been
out there
sunny
cleaning
up
their cars.
north as well. We don't, you know, every time it becomes sunny up here, what we do is we all go out of our houses and we all worship the orange ball in the sky to make it stay for longer because we fear that it may never return if we don't do this.
For darkness may return.
Well, I mean, like we
That's
said,
what it's like up north, basically.
yeah, it's grim up north. It is.
Dean, when I before I joined and I was watching on Twitch, your audio was good, Dean. Everyone else was very quiet.
That may have been changed now.
Okay, fine. It's fine
I
on the
think I
call.
may vanish for 1 second.
I haven't heard anyone else complain at the moment. There was some technical difficulties at the start, but those have now been rectified.
It works.
Yeah.
It works now.
And it's that man's fault.
Everybody's on different sections of the thing.
Oh.
So I don't know to who. Like, to me, it looks like if I go like this, I'm pointing at Neil. If I'm going like that, I'm pointing at Bex, and then here I'm pointing at you, Dean.
Oh, right, okay.
I'm pointing at you, Squire.
Apologies.
I'm pointing at you, you bastard. I see.
Right, Quang has said in the chat, and again this is verbatim, so I'm not making this up. So if it rains, then it's Retro Man Cave's fault.
Yeah, because I washed my car. That's how it works.
Apparently I'm still too loud compared to everyone else, so I may have to dive back into OBS very shortly, but you guys can carry on while I tinker with the things.
I need to get one of them boom stands, mate. Because all I have is the snowball on its little like tripod thing.
My boomstick!
You know, I need to make it a little bit more professional. Which, of course, we've all found out by now that I'm shape or form professional. You know.
Right, I'm hoping that should have improved things, so I will let everyone else decide. I've made an adjustment, so I shall wait.
Well, we can all hear you perfectly on the Discord chat, but on the Twitch, I'm not watching the thing. I've got the stream on, but it's muted so that it doesn't crash the Discord chat.
Hurrah! Retro Man Cave.
Hello.
How many capacitors have you desoldered in the last week?
Too many. I recapped the PC Engine pack for the Laser Active, which Quang will know all about in the chat. I think that was another 42 this week.
The meaning of life.
Yeah, exactly. On top of the 80 that we
You
did
should
on
have
the
a
first pack.
capacitor count on your Twitch stream. Like, hey, goes another one. Bing!
I have been keeping them all in a pot so I can show them at the end of the series. There's a lot
You should
of
make
them.
a piece of artwork out of it. That'd be brilliant. Actually, out of the Retro Man Cave R. There's another.
And then
Do
just
the logo
watch it.
in
I think
capacitors.
art just slowly destroys itself. Yeah, I mean that's true art, isn't it? That's modern art.
Bex has
Well,
dropped.
Bex has disappeared.
I'm sorry I bored you
She's
there, Beck.
daily cut for internet.
That's enough of this Retro Man Cave guy. I'm off.
She'll be Dean, because I for some reason cannot. Oh no, there we go. Riyadh. She's not getting out of it that easily.
Yes, but it has been a pleasure watching you, Retro Man Cave. You've probably seen my name pop up
Yes.
a few times into your chat. So
It always is.
Anybody who's not following this gentleman, I don't know if it's left or right now after what James said. Please follow Retro Man Cave and Gaming Muso, who both make incredibly different content compared to each other's. But Retro Man Cave's Twitch is highly entertaining for anyone who's interested in retro repairs. And James plays with fleas, so pretty much the stark contrast.
Oh,
between
you
the two.
swine!
There's a thread somewhere where we cross over. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Making music videos apparently. So
That was it, wasn't it? I remember messaging Neil saying, "Would you like to be involved in my Christmas video?" And then he went, "Instead of 5 gold rings, I've got a copy of Bruce Lee. I could just go." He literally typed it out as he would be singing it. BR U. CELEEEEEEE, and I was like, yeah, let's do that. That'll be brilliant.
It worked, and it was the thing that stuck into my head the entirety of pretty much the month afterwards. So, and then I
Where
was
has
like, who is
Bex
this gentleman?
disappeared to? Where has she gone?
I'm going to say either her phone was not plugged in and it's died, or her internet has died.
You mean she's cut through her internet cable again?
Possibly.
She looked pretty laid back about it all. She was quite relaxed there on the stream.
She didn't get home until 5 o'clock this morning, apparently.
Oh, it was a big night out, was it?
Yeah, you know, I couldn't go clubbing these days. My God,
Oh,
I like to
no.
go and see a band or something, but God, I like to go somewhere I can talk. I feel like I'm turning into an old man.
It's not that. I just can't handle the hangovers.
Yeah, two-day hangovers for me now.
You if you go to a club, you've got to drink to survive the whole ordeal.
I mean,
And then you've got a 3-day hangover. Yeah, 2-day, 3-day hangover.
Play Expo Manchester's going to be an interesting one because I've got no gigs that weekend. So on the Saturday night, I will actually be drinking. So the Sunday should be quite interesting.
Apparently, someone noticed that Vex's video froze for quite a number of minutes. So I'm sure she'll be back. We will.
Her phone froze. I bet her phone crashed.
So Dean, I've come across you lots on Twitter, but I haven't seen you on Twitch before. You just came up. I was browsing the retro section,
Right.
and you popped up. What do you normally stream on Twitch?
I'm more interested in knowing which game you saw that I was playing.
No, it just it showed the 3 heads, and I recognised James. And I thought, hang on a minute.
Who's the
what's
bloke
going
with
on
silly
here?
hat on? That was me.
Yeah.
So I normally do. I've been on and off Twitch. I was doing Tekken Tuesdays, VR Thursdays, and then a random game on a Sunday. And then earlier, as mentioned, I went and knackered my knee at Comic-Con in Birmingham. And there's a funny story behind that where I drove Bex, who had knackered her knee, up to MCM Comic-Con, got there, and then decided to be a great friend by doing the exact same thing. So I've been off Twitch for a while, as everybody knows, and my grand return was a couple of weeks ago. I made a video that was a bit scary and scared the crap out of people, which
was very, very impressive editing skills there, mate. I was super impressed by what you could do. I can't do shit like that.
Yeah. Yes, it took a month to do whilst I was laid up in bed and couldn't do much else. But yes, I'm back, and now that I have a semi-working setup, thanks, brother, before he mugs me off, getting it working, I can now input most consoles into this environment. So I will be doing a lot more retro and some VR, and if you haven't seen it, I can combine retro and VR, which is very cool.
I think you should also be doing some YouTube videos, mate, because you have the personality to actually do something if you were doing like some sort of reviews. It would be something that I would certainly be interested in watching, only provided that you do the reviews wearing the fez.
Yes, indeed. And Quang makes a very good statement, because he was actually the guy who took me to A&E. So he said then I'll have to come to Comic-Con and help you both out.
See, this is Quang is awesome. This is isn't it?
Bex is back, so it looks like
she's still involved in the group, so I think she can just rejoin. I think
Okay, fair enough.
if she wants. She wants to
you're now
rejoin the
following me.
madness.
Thank you very much, Retro Man Cave. I salute you, sir.
It's the least I can do. You're welcome.
Yeah, let me see if I can re-add. No, it says Bex is still a member, so she should be able to come back into the chat.
Technology is doing a thing, apparently.
Welcome back, Bex. There you go. I think she's doing something. She's doing something. She just says back. She probably just half fell asleep.
I have to ask, what's the hardest console you've ever had to repair on stream?
I want to hear this. Yes. Let's grill Neil for knowledge.
I mean, the laser active, just because of that sheer number of capacitors. Although difficulty-wise, while it had leaked, it hadn't actually done any damage to itself, so it was just a clean-up process. A lot of the Amiga 500 pluses are a big problem, because on the pluses you've got the battery backed up clock. You've got the Vata battery on the system board rather than in the expansion port. So when it leaks, it just destroys all the traces. So those can be quite difficult. What else? It's usually it's usually more difficult just simply because it's a system I haven't worked on before. I can bash out Amiga 500s all day long. So it's normally just lack of familiarity that makes something difficult.
See, I love to binge watch all of the Retro Man Cave's videos because it helps me learn things about this hardware that I didn't know, and I just love to binge watch it. I do watch a lot of videos on YouTube, kind of consume knowledge, and the way you explain everything on your videos, so like even like a layman, even a thick person like me can understand it. It's
Well, you have to understand that I'm a hobbyist. I'm not an electronics engineer, and I don't pretend to be. So a lot of the time, I've had to teach myself it first, and I'm using layman's terms because I'm not an engineer.
yeah.
So that's why, and I think that works to my advantage sometimes in terms of the content because people understand it.
Just to chime in, I think Bex's battery died, and she said if you'd like her back, then just add her back.
It says she's
No,
still in
no.
the group.
No.
It definitely
show
says
now,
she's
Trista.
still in the group.
Let me have a go.
Yeah, it's if you go to the group, Dean, and in the top right hand corner, and add friends to DM or member list.
You were on a live stream last night as well, James. You've been busy.
I was doing the retro slim thing last night with Overbook, DJ Slope, Kim Justice. It was a lot of fun actually. A lot of fun
that
for a
is a fun
Friday
stream
night.
to watch. Yeah.
Yeah,
Quang said apparently if you boot Bex out of the room, you can rehab.
I'll happily do that. There we go. Right, now I'll invite her back in. In modern technology, brilliant. Right, hey, there we go.
Hey!
Hey,
And
she's tied her hair up as well.
That was the same before. I was just lying down before.
Oh, right, okay.
I'm now sitting up pretending to be awake. But no, thank you for having me back on. And it is awesome to have Retro Man Cave here as well, explaining how to do all of the technical wizardries and things. I've not done any taking apart and rebuilding of retro systems in absolutely ages, but I used to buy beaten up Game Boy SPs and change the cases on them and do stuff like that.
Nice.
And
Nice.
PC modding and building back when I was younger as well, building awesome gaming machines with lots of lights and biohazard cutout symbols on the fans and all that kind of
I
nonsense.
used to build Athlon XPs, PCs. I think that was the last time I actually built a PC. Was using an Athlon 3200 with something like 1 gigabyte, 512 megabytes of RAM, running Windows XP. I think when I used to build systems.
But, Bex, we were just talking about familiarity. That's a really hard word to say with systems. If you did quite a few Game Boy SPs, you probably really got used to them, and you could probably spot all the common problems really quickly, get them fixed. Was that the
Mine
case?
were mostly ones that were a lot of cosmetic damage rather than too many functional damage things, because they're such small, dainty, lovely little systems to work with. But I enjoyed taking them out the casing and just buying ones that people had sort of kicked around a playground and giving them a new lease of life, which is quite fun.
I got hold recently of a Game Boy Micro. They're really nice. Ooh. And it was in the classic Game & Watch colours, the gold and red.
Oh, that's the one that you want, isn't it? Because we've got 3 of them, but we haven't got the Game & Watch one, and they're so cool. They're a great little console. If you like to play games like this, as close to your face as humanly possible.
Yeah, for those who like need reading glasses or something, they're just hold them just up to your eye.
The battery life on their Game Boy Micros are an absolute joke. I think. And hang on a minute, how long did that Game Boy Micro battery last for?
Here, bruv, how long did that Game Boy Micro battery last for?
Can you stop mocking my southern accent?
Hey, you were mocking my northern accent. No, I don't sound like you think I do.
So the answer was 3 years while it was
3 years.
In the box.
Wow.
Brilliant.
That is impressive.
Quang has said it's the Famicom Anniversary Edition. There we go.
Yes, and I'm sure Quang has one of those as well, because Quang has all the toys.
Yeah.
But does he have a copy of Perfect Dark?
And does he have an Amstrad GX 4000? That's what
I
want to know.
And Does he have a fishing rod?
Is that for Sega? That is for Sega Bass Fishing, is it
That
not?
is what I started my stream off with today, and we even did some ASMR with some fishing. Now I'm going to talk into your ears and reel this bass in. It seems like it's going to be a big bass as well. Right, enough of that nonsense.
That sounds like public access radio in America.
Yeah.
Like
Stop before you make the flapping fish noise.
tonight's book club, we're going to be discussing the state of affairs today, and you know it's just such a soothing voice, when you
I'm
go
trying
right
to
up to the
find something
microphone.
that Quang hasn't got.
And I'm like looking around, like, what can I?
Yeah, because we're
he
not
hasn't got
not in our
Fez.
games room.
There we go. You can have that.
He doesn't have a Fez. We're not in our games room. We're in the office, and in the office there's only like a couple of computers. We've got the in this room currently. We have the GX 4000. We have the CRT that was on Bad Influence. We have an Amstrad CPC 464 with both monitors, the green screen and the color. We have a ZX Spectrum, and what do we have? Got a Commodore Plus 4.
You also have a cat in the
And
background.
we have a cat in the background. We have on vinyl.
Yeah.
We have on vinyl the all-new Mickey Mouse Club. We also have Black Lace Party
Yes.
Party number 2.
Get that on
Um,
now.
Yeah,
This is the real reason you don't go to nightclubs. You've got everything you need right there.
pretty much.
Yeah, I could have
And
saved myself 75
I don't need to.
quid.
I have an RGB mouse. I don't need to go to nightclubs to see awesome, cool lighting. You know what I mean?
Valid point.
Yes. Yes.
I didn't check if Quang has a Fez. I'm going to be quite annoyed.
He'll probably turn. He'll turn up to play Expo Manchester wearing his ones and a fez.
Yes.
Because
And it'll probably be a
Quang
place
is the
with,
only
like,
person who can get away wearing a ones at public events.
Amazing.
Hashtag I'm a tiger, mate. Unbelievable. It's the trending thing because people kept mistaking it for a Pikachu and not realizing it was about the Mau Mau Castle game he's developed and thinking he was a Pikachu. So yeah, that went around Twitter a bit.
Pikachu. It's
Has
not.
everybody here played Mau Mau Castle?
Yes.
I have. I've got it
Great
sitting
game.
on my laptop.
Ah. Seeing as that Quang is in the chat, should we review Mau Mau Castle? We'll do a charity review of Mau Mau Castle.
Who wants to go first?
I think it's awesome. Just like Quang.
Quang, how much did he pay for that? I'll gladly double it.
A fiver, I think.
He
Make
just
it
bought me a
tenner and I'll
pint,
make it
mate.
better.
He bought me a
Do
pint, mate.
anything for 50 people.
That is a fiver in London.
Point.
I've played Mau Mau Castle many times. I've done several videos on it. It is a awesome game, and I've seen everybody from tiny little children being held up by their parents playing it through to OAPs and loving it. And both of those categories beat me on the high score, so that was awesome too.
I failed on the first attempt.
I've tried to play it every time I've been to an expo because he's usually got it showing at the expos.
Yes.
I think the first time I saw it may have been at the Bristol Games Market. Were you there, Quang? Because I think you were there, and I think I didn't know who you were at the time. And it was only later I was like, no, that was Quang, the legend that is.
Yes, he is literally a legend.
He also appeared on Geek Squad videos, as I saw the other day.
Yes, he did indeed.
It was a,
Yes, he's
fascinating
brilliant.
video. He had a fantastic haircut. It was a pleasure to watch.
Quang and I both worked for the Geek Squad, except he worked for them down south and I worked for them, you know.
Whereas I worked for CEX.
Oh,
And I worked for Game Station. There we go.
Neil, where did you work?
I never got to work in a game shop.
You're not missing out.
Probably
believe me.
best.
You're not missing out.
I worked in IT for Merlin Entertainment, so I looked after the IT at Thorpe Park, the Sea Life Centres, all the lots of theme parks around Europe. I had to go to and look after the computers, but none of the
Excellent.
computers to do with the rides themselves. You'll be.
I was
pleased.
just going to say, that was going to be my next question. Were you in charge of the Smiler? But no, we weren't, you know. It's But I believe it or not, actually did used to work in IT as well. I used to build computer systems and used to provide technical support.
Apparently, my brother actually applied for that job. That's a really that's a turn up
Small
for the books.
world.
Small world.
Which job was that?
The job that you just mentioned. Apparently, there was a similar job going there. For
Oh, the Merlin
and
and oh. They said he was overqualified. Quang says, thank you for the Mau Mau Castle shout-out.
No, you're very welcome. Quang, and I
You
will
owe
play
us
it on
all
stream.
a beer. You owe us all a beer.
I'd prefer chocolate.
Oh, God. Not only does she not drink tea or coffee, she don't drink beer either. Good Lord.
But she
You
does
were
eat
out
chocolate.
till 5 a.m. and you didn't drink. Is this true?
Yeah.
To be fair,
You
I
didn't-
don't drink, so I can.
First
I can,
on the
I can
dance
go all
floor,
over that beer.
last off the dance floor.
I have a Guinness every now and then. And some whiskey. That's about it.
How
for me.
much of that Guinness gets stuck in your beard?
The thing, people, more and more people have been commenting on the beard these days, saying the beard game is becoming strong.
It is
And I
very
don't know whether
strong,
you've been
so-
watching Peter's videos, Nostalgia Nerds videos.
Mm.
He commented saying strong beard game, and I've noticed recently he's been trying to grow his beard longer, and I am intending to outbeard him.
Ooh.
So
Dye yours purple, Muso.
you can dye it purple, and then I can do a Billy Connolly impression. You know, with a purple beard.
I'm not sure I
But-
want to see that.
But Pete's getting epic beard. See, I'm happy to be on a thing here with two other men who both have epic beardness going on.
Mechadom has said that the only thing I've played by Quang is his Jetpack DX. Many hours were spent playing that game.
Ah.
It's awesome because Quang, of course, started out developing games for the Game Boy back in the day because he's cooler than all of us.
Yes, and you would never believe he was as old as he says he is. I still think he's lying. I thought he was about 22, 23 years old. I'm not even lying.
He still is, right?
Yeah, I thought he was
let's not
considerably
get into
younger than me.
the age game. We're all
no.
old. We all know it. It's fine.
I'm only as old as I feel, and I feel 68.
And I'm the youngest one here.
I don't actually know how old you are,
Are
Dean.
you?
Oh, guess. Not you, Bex.
26?
How old?
26.
Are you being
If you're the
serious?
youngest, if you're the youngest one here, you've got to be under.
You've got to be
30.
under 30 to be the youngest one here.
Why? Who's 30?
Ah. Okay, second.
I'm the
youngest then.
baby.
No, all right, okay. To be the youngest, to be again maybe the second, you have to be,
the
34.
youngest- no, I'm kidding. What? 40?
You have to be younger than 34.
Oh, correct.
Ah, so you are younger than 34. Ah. No, I thought you were. I thought you were in your late 20s.
No.
So we've
very
ascertained that you are between the ages of 30 and 34.
Place your bets now in the form of donations.
Yes, exactly.
If you
We're
want to
just about
find
to
out
say-
Mean Machine's actual age, then you can donate to www.justgiving.com/MeanMachineDean.
If you win, you get a copy of Guess the Flea, some capacitors, and some cut internet cable.
And you get to hear Neil singing Bruce Lee.
As you open the box.
Yes. 2 Wii remotes.
Oh God, don't. quality content is not.
Do you know what?
provided by-
True story. I watched that video at work, and I accidentally, there was not many people around, so I had the volume on relatively quiet, and then Bruce Lee cable, and my mate just went, "What's that?" And I went, oh, "It's a video and YouTube," and he was just like, "I don't get it." I'm like, "Just carry on with what you're doing. Just don't worry." So, and then had Bruce Lee stuck in my head for about a month. So.
I was editing that video until like 3 a.m. on the morning that it came out, trying to get everything so as closely in sync as I possibly could. And it was the first time I'd really edited anything properly on Final Cut Pro.
Ooh.
And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to get this working. I was just sat there with a beer going, I'm going to pull my hair out over this. And then I finished the video, watched it, and went, yeah, that's good. Just get it out there.
But it was a very good video, and we were
Oh,
expecting
thank you
more.
very much.
We were expecting more, James. So
Well,
do the thing.
I'm not going to lie. I've been in a little bit of a slump with YouTube since the whole purge thing.
I thought you were about to
That-
say you were in a bit of a
that's-
slump with me. Then that would have been awkward.
No. No, you're my boy, man. You're my boy.
Whoa.
good. We're good. You know.
Sarah's expression says otherwise.
Yeah. No, I am getting, and Bex has been messaging me asking me if I want to do a collab, and I'm like, yes, of course. I'm always
Is it
up for
where she
doing some
paints
more
your
collabs.
beard purple.
That's probably going to be it.
I'd watch it.
That's probably
Why
going to be
Quality content not guaranteed.
it.
But money
Yeah, no.
raised for amazing charity is guaranteed.
Of course, but I do want to put more out, and I'm getting back to it. It's like I said, the YouTube thing kind of hit a little bit more than I thought it would, and the thing that I mean was I was happy to get all of any fake followers or whatever who were following me. The only thing that even Neil messaged me and said, by the way, I noticed subscribe from you, so I've resubbed now. So YouTube obviously was unsubbing genuine followers as well, so that was, it's not really on YouTube. It's not on at all.
What happened. I still think it's to do with my theory of the PewDiePie versus that Indian music channel, and they wanted to clear out who was using bots and who wasn't, and in retrospect they just cleared everybody out, and it had a knock-on effect. And then they were like, we can't undo it. Whoops.
I still get a problem now and again where I'm still subscribed to someone, but it's unchecked the bell, so I don't get notifications anymore.
Yeah. Weirdness is happening to you, and then they go, oh, now monetize video channels depending on the comments that there are, and it's ridiculous. It's not gonna,
I'm still a bit unclear on what's happening there, but as a precaution, I downloaded a huge list of bad words. I learnt a few along the way, and I've added it to my blacklist on YouTube, so maybe it will help.
I've just noticed that Bex has frozen again.
Yeah, Bex is literally frozen in this.
Hi. She looks
Technology.
She looks so unimpressed. I'm so sorry, Bex. I'm so sorry.
That's it. Thumbnail for her latest video will be watch me sit through this this Twitch chat without actually even being there.
Look what I've just been added to. Good God.
No, I'm still here.
I think it would be interesting if someone like Netflix challenged YouTube on their platform like that.
It could happen.
Competition is always good, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not money. I'm a very small YouTuber, and so therefore, as a result, I'm not monetized. I don't make any money videos that I put up. I make more off Twitch.
The other suggestion, we were talking about this at work, that will stay anonymous at the moment, was having two different tiers of YouTube, so that you would have an almost your million plus kind of YouTubers, and then you would have your own section for sub. Or whatever the variant may be. So that way, when you land on YouTube, it isn't just like, oh, here's PewDiePie, here's loads of people who've got loads of millions of hits, and then everyone else is just like, love me, over here, that no one's going to hear of. So that may be another way to do it. But the problem is they're all about money, and that's it. Someone said, I think it was my brother said, what about Vimeo? We don't talk about Vimeo.
Is Vimeo still a thing? I didn't even know it still existed.
Vimeo does have a subscription thing to it, and a lot of people have actually left YouTube to kind of put some of their content on there. But it's such a... It doesn't have the clout and the... what's the word I'm thinking of? Kind of presence that YouTube does, and it isn't integratable into everything. So I think that's probably why people haven't gone over at the moment.
I don't want YouTube to change with certain things that are happening, because I still want to be able to view the content that I want to be able to view, and I want to view the content that I've subscribed to first before what it suggests to me. You know what I mean? Yep. It doesn't even on the app on my TV. For example, when Neil uploads a video, it doesn't automatically come up first on the YouTube app on my TV, and it should do, because what I do each week is I go through, I have it set through to my subscriptions, and then I go through deliberately and watch what I know I might not have watched that week, just to see what's been uploaded, because otherwise YouTube would never really notify me that my channels have uploaded things. I miss stuff. If I look at it on the website, I miss stuff on the TV. Yeah. I have to go through and find it.
That was the last outrage a few months ago, wasn't it? That the way that subscriptions showed up on YouTube, it had been reshuffled.
Yeah.
I don't know if they ever sorted that, or if everyone just put up with it.
So a big shout out to someone who's in the chat. Do you know what? I've never actually worked out how to pronounce their username, but I'm going to guess it's SNRPED 2010, who was the only person to work out my code. He was the gentleman who managed to solve the code, because A, I don't think anyone else could understand what was going on, and B, no one else could be asked. Every time I see the guy, I have to salute him because he put in the effort. So yes,
well done.
Apparently there was another donation, so I am now going to scramble and look.
Oh, good. Yes.
Tell me about
I'll
this.
do the thing whilst you check that, Dean. If you would like to donate to Special Effect, the link is justgiving.com/MeanMachineDean. You don't need to put the fundraising thing on there, but if you want to donate some money for a fantastic cause, which is Game Blast, which is happening all weekend, go and check out the Game Blast page, which is gameblast.org.uk.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I can't remember. That's awful, isn't it? Right, that's great and incredibly frustrating at the same time, and I will explain why shortly. Come on, phone. Come on. Oh, I can't even see. Oh, it was Quang. Thank you very much, Quang.
Neil says here, Neil appears to have frozen.
Oh,
so let me see if I can.
Oh.
Oh, is everyone frozen?
Oh,
no, I can still see you. I can see you, Dean.
Hello.
Let me see if I can just remove Neil from the group and Bex, and then I'll re-add them when they come back.
Good.
So
Quang has actually made us hit the £500 goal.
Oh, excellent job, Quang! See, this is why we say Quang is awesome.
Oh, hang on.
You know?
I seem to have broken the stream. What's going on?
No, I'm re-adding Neil.
Ah, that'll be right. Hang on. Oh, it's all gone wrong.
It's all gone Pete Tong.
It really has. Turn on. Oh no,
Oh.
on the screen share.
Not working.
What have I done here? Hang about. No, I don't want to turn off camera. Turn off camera. We won't do that. Go back.
Oh yeah, Big Bromo just said one of the capacitors is broke. Is Neil? I think Neil's trying to come back. I think he's trying. I can hear you, Neil. I just can't see you.
It doesn't like the camera anymore. It won't bring the camera back on.
Technology. You can have that one. Right. I don't know what I'm doing here.
I've tried to re-add Bex and re-add Neil. I think Bex's phone has well and truly died now.
Oh no, apparently she is dialing in now. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here. Right, carry on as normal. I'm going to install the Discord app because I'm on the web app.
Yes. The app works better than the. We've just got Bex's face on the stream. Just got her chat picture here.
Good. Yes. So thank you very much, Quang, for helping us hit the target. We have now hit £500, which is insane.
Quang is awesome.
I honestly thought when I started this, when you sign up for it, and James can vouch for this, the actual target they set you is 500, and I went, no, you're being this silly. So I clicked it and I changed it to 300, and then I pinged it around the office at work and also on Twitter and stuff, and then before I'd even started, there was like £280, and I was like, okay.
So it's impressive, mate. It's very impressive. I mean, I think I only made I did about 80 yesterday.
Okay.
And but you know, it's every little helps.
Absolutely. And what I will actually do is I will very quickly cut to a page just in case anyone wants to know any more information. So what you can see on screen, you should be able to see it. It's some information about what they tell us to say, but it's still relevant.
Neil's back.
The one that's interesting is the one at the bottom right, which basically says that all of the services that they provide is free of charge. So when they go and set all this up at someone's house, they do this free of charge. So they are not charging anyone for any of the setup or any of the equipment. And as you can see on the left, £200 is basically couldn't buy a single-handed controller to enable the disabled gamer to play with one hand, or they could use it for a variety of different things. The fact that we've raised 500 is outstanding, so I cannot thank you enough.
But we still want to raise more. So if you want to raise more money, you know the link to go to. It is in the chat.
Raise more money.
Raise more funds for charity.
Yeah. Sorry, Neil, this is our first introduction, and you're going to go away thinking that we're absolute psychopaths. Anyway.
He already thinks that about me anyway, don't worry about it.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Neil. Here's a guy sitting with a fez on his head. I can't wait to meet you in person. You're going to.
I've seen worse things on Twitch, don't worry.
Do you know what, that's a valid point. I was going to call out a couple of Twitch streamers there, but I won't. So, but yeah. But no, it's a pleasure and an honour to meet you anyway.
Quang says, "You're welcome. I couldn't deal with the numbers not being rounded off. Who donated an amount ending in 9 pence?"
I can answer that. That was a fellow colleague who donated in euros because she's in France, and as such, the conversion rate skewed it. So there you go.
Aha, I
then
see.
questioned it and then had to work it out by doing the maths.
Right.
Oh, Beck's nearly joined there.
Yeah,
Oh,
I keep removing her and re-adding her. I don't know if it's back on yet, but it's saying that she's online on Discord.
Onto Discord.
Ain't Discord brilliant? You know.
So what's next on the repair list, Neil? I'm eager to watch the next repair.
Ooh. Well, this week we had a road trip where I went to see some Quantel systems, which is old systems used to do TV overlays and graphics in the 70s and 80s. So that was fun. On the repairs front, next week you've got the last part of the Laser Active series. So that's the PC Engine pack. And then we had a little vote with my patrons, and they decided that they want to see a Dragon 32 repaired.
Oh,
so
excellent.
Yeah, I got Dragon 32, and and also some Amigas I've been repairing. I've been working with the Swindon Museum of Computing, who are very close to me, and they just had a stack of broken Amigas, and it's all run by volunteers. So I said, "What can I do to help?" And they said, "Fix these."
I saw that actually. Did you put a post on Twitter of like a load of Amigas on the floor or something?
Yeah, I tweeted it out. So I'm working on that video at the moment, and hopefully, if that relationship can blossom, I might have access to a few more of their systems. So when I'm working on my Dragon 32, I might be able to get a Dragon 64 and some accessories on loan from them, and just,
excellent. Excellent.
Here we go.
I think Bex is coming back. Come on, Bex.
Yes.
Hey, here we go. She is back.
Hello.
Hey, and she's in the correct screen orientation now as well.
This is good. Bex, if you're not aware, Quang had donated, and we have now hit the 500 mark.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm expecting that was because it wasn't a round number.
Correct. Absolutely correct.
She knows.
Yeah.
How is my audio level sounding now?
Good.
You're very loud, but we can hear you.
Very powerful.
Okay. I basically have just installed Discord for you guys, and now so I actually have a proper mic.
It is appreciated.
Excellent.
Good job.
Excellent.
Good job.
So these, because obviously your latest video with the Quantel paint box, I was fascinated by these machines as I was watching the video yesterday. I don't know if anybody else has actually watched that video yet. It's these were wonderful machines that create graphics. Someone's passing.
I'm going to try that one.
There I am bigging up his video, and he's getting handed a glass of wine as we're like, you know what I mean? It's amazing.
Nothing. Not a sausage.
Amazing. Where's my? Hang on, I can't reach out to just grab. What
Well, I'm sat here. So...
Yeah, I know. Honestly.
Go and get
Oh,
one.
that was terribly rude. I'm listening to you, James. You have my full attention.
No, I was going to say these machines were fantastic. With all of the various boards and everything in them.
Big old.
And what was it? What was the one?
Yeah.
The one that had like non-volatile RAM as its storage for images and animations.
Yeah, this is an 80s machine with a 256 meg RAM disk. So it was this big old card. Just you've never seen so many ICs on a card, and it was bending over its own weight, wasn't it? It was huge.
Absolutely
Fantastic
incredible.
machines. More than the cost of a house at the time.
All of that stuff fascinates me. It really does. All of the old tech and how they made it work. I think
That's what the people want. So.
Yeah. It's
Look at that.
There we go.
Yeah, I recently picked up a Silicon Graphics Octane, which is another beast.
Is that the one that created the graphics on Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure?
Oh, I don't know. It may well have been. It certainly was involved in Jurassic Park and a lot of films in the 90s. The Indie is the smaller one, the desktop one, and then the Octane is... I can just about lift it onto a table. It's huge. And it's been fully upgraded, and the guy who set it up for me has put Doom on it for me. So I can play Doom on a £120,000 machine.
It's not a bad trade-off, actually.
I'm sure people get annoyed with me when I get these real top end systems and just go, right, but can it play Doom?
Can it run Crisis?
That's not what it's for.
That's the input. It needs to run Crisis, not Doom.
Some of these old machines were just so wonderfully robust, though. I remember having an old Windows 98 second edition machine because that's the best operating system ever, and managing to get it to run Black and White, the old kind of God simulator where you sort of had the animal type thing.
Peter Molyneux.
Yeah, it ran at half speed, exactly half speed, but it did run on this old machine, and it was just a testament to how robust hardware was back in the good old days of Windows 98 when I was happy.
I love how you're talking about a God simulator game whilst Dean is literally wearing a God's hat. You know what I mean? It's absolutely it's hilarious.
There's a reason we're friends.
Yes, there's method in the madness.
Shall I vote? No, I won't.
For money, if you donate to Special Effects, Dean will vote, and several other awesome dance moves. I don't know what those will be. Dean, what will those dance moves be?
I have half a knee left. That's not going to happen.
No, but you could do a bit of Saturday Night Fever, a bit of Macarena.
This is true, but I'm not doing that. Anyway, as my brother has quite rightly said, the reason why a lot of things last is because they use leaded solder, and I tend to agree with that statement.
Never did me any harm.
Some would beg to differ.
We're perfectly normal.
You know, perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with any of us at all.
I do feel like Neil's alcohol consumption is going to dramatically increase. the glass exponentially is just going to increase over time. So
I love how it just got handed to him from off screen. It was like perfectly in shot. It was so perfect. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just looked at the screen like nodding, like you wine. There we go.
I did Dry January. I made it through Dry January, so I'm making up for it now.
You're all the same. You're all the same, you wine drinkers. It's never beer, is it? It's always wine. What would you like on your cornflakes? I'll have some wine, please.
Bex, apparently your mic is a tad bit too loud, according to Quang. So.
Still, I have turned it down. Is it still too loud?
Apparently so.
Okay. I'm putting the input down some more.
So, have you put a tweet out or anything about this that I can retweet? Can I?
No, because James managed to hijack my stream whilst I was halfway through playing Afterburner 2, and then suggested this whole thing, and then caught me on the hop. I thought it was going to be a 5-minute thing, and I think it's now turned into an hour and a half.
And you know what? You can thank me later.
I can. I may take this whole clip and stick it on YouTube actually, just for the giggles. So
yes, I'm tweeting.
Apparently, you just need to talk gently into your mic, is what has been suggested in chat. So
the mic is quite far away.
Actually, yeah, I think that sounds much better, Bex. So.
The underscore, not the MMD underscore.
Yeah, do you know why I have to have that Twitter?
Because somebody else has the official MeanMachineDean Twitter.
And he's not tweeted for 3 years.
Wonderful.
Yeah. I am the Retro Man Cave for the same reason on Twitter. And again, they're completely inactive. It's very annoying.
You should have chosen a username that nobody else would have had. You know, like something interesting, like Trista Bytes or the Gaming Muso. I don't know.
I don't know. My name was a bit of a poor choice because I've used my surname and a pun, therefore making it nigh on impossible for anyone to spell it or remember my name correctly. So that was brilliant from someone who has a history in web design, graphic design, and marketing to have chosen it. Remarkably hard to explain to people.
I think it's fairly straightforward. I mean, at least you don't get people calling you the Gaming Muso or the gaming Muso. I'm like, no. Why does nobody understand? It's gaming musician. It's simple.
We've had this discussion.
Yes, we have.
Before, though. Muso is a word that is used by other musos. So we know what you mean, but it's not a word used by the general public as much. But now it's your name. Now your career is now also your name because we now call you Muso.
Yes, that's a good. I've just realised we're sitting in a dark room.
Yeah,
the light has completely gone from the.
I'm not doing it.
You die.
We awake to find ourselves in a dark room.
In a dark room. The dark room will be at one of the gaming cons. Is it AGX that has the dark room?
Yes, in fact, John is coming up for Play Expo, and he is coming out for a drink with us on the Saturday night, so we are getting drunk with John. So that'll be interesting.
Which Play Expos are you guys
That is
going
awesome.
to?
We're coming to Manchester.
Okay.
Oh,
you doing Blackpool again?
It is Murphy.
Murphy is here. Hello, Murphy.
I woke him. He was asleep on the beach.
James, will you be doing Blackpool again?
We probably will be doing Blackpool, yes.
Okay.
Because I mean, Blackpool is not too far from us, and neither is Manchester, so we'll be coming up both.
Because he's up.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, and I want to make sure that Play Expos that I book the weekends off, so that I don't have to then dash off to a gig, and then the next day come back and speak like this because I totally lost my voice. Because that's what happened on the Sunday, if you'll remember.
I just noticed Murphy's face then looked absolutely terrified. He was like, "Oh."
He likes being cuddled, but only when he wants to be cuddled. And other times he's literally like, "Get the hell off me," you know. Oh,
That's being a cat.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, dude.
He is. He's all right. You okay, aren't you, sunshine?
He prefers him.
According to Quang, the Blackpool is the fun casual one.
The fun casual one. Well, I suppose it would have to be in the Norbreck Castle.
Indeed.
You know.
Yeah, I've done Blackpool twice. I haven't done Manchester, so I can't compare. But
Yes, I haven't done Manchester, although Manchester is where we, because obviously I do presenting for Manchester Gamers Unite. We did Digital Kids Festival, where Play Expo Manchester is going to be. It's a massive venue. It's more like it's more akin to, because they have concerts on there, and I saw Disturbed, Book Cherry, and Papa Roach at the very venue where Play Expo is going to be. Yeah. So yeah, that gives you kind of like the scope as to how big it's going to be interesting.
I've been to Play Expo Manchester twice, but that was what's it?
Oh, the Manchester. Yeah, Manchester even. I don't know.
Yeah, so it's actually somewhere quite different. Has been previously, because obviously and I've been. Manchester one is definitely like bigger, more crazy one, I would say. Blackpool is definitely chill.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, I plan on going this year, so we'll find out. Yeah.
Good.
Have any of you guys also done Rezzed? Because EGX Rezzed is quite nice because there's a lot more focus on the indie games and there's a lot more independent.
Well, I requested tickets for Rezzed and immediately got them denied. I pretty much I just said, could I possibly have some, and then they went nope straight away. They went no, don't want him coming anywhere near our event. All right, that's nice, thank you.
Awkward.
Yeah,
well, if you can come down just to come down and experience it, it is a great way of meeting and interviewing and getting to know a lot of the indie creators because it's so much more heavily indie focused. It's in Tobacco Dock, which is also quite a lovely venue because you've got lots of different smaller rooms, so it doesn't feel like a big crowded event as much for people who aren't so good with crowds. It's quite a nice place to be for that as well. It's quite chill.
We want to go to as many as possible here, don't we? I think we're going to Doncaster Gamers Market in a week or two, because that is run by Play as well. And Elliot from Replay literally lives down the road from us. Lives in the same town that we do. Quite funny to find out. You're like, oh, we were living in the same town.
It's funny when that happens, isn't it?
It is.
I don't know if you've heard of Let's Talk Retro, which is a YouTube channel. James from Let's Talk Retro recognized my voice in a post office and came and said hello. Turns out we live in towns next to each other. Yeah. You
can't be in the post office, Neil. I don't believe you go out and things. You live, eat, sleep, and breathe in the cave. You never leave the cave. I refuse to believe that you ever leave the cave.
I have to go and receive the retro systems that have been posted to me. So,
yeah.
But you send all replies
and buy wine
by telegraph or Morse code, right?
Exactly.
No. He goes into the post office, goes right up to the cashier and goes, I would like to send these by second class, and be very, very careful with them because they contain genuine Sanwa arcade parts.
Right. And then I go into the little booth and I tap out some Morse code to the eBay seller.
Yes.
Where is it? Hasn't turned up yet. Where's my tracking info? Beep, 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 beep.
Yes. Where's my tracking info? If you don't give me my tracking info, I shall Bruce Lee over and over and over and over at you, and you will.
Personally, I prefer smoke signals.
Well, you certainly don't like using the internet, so that's what I'm going to say.
Well, no,
Yeah.
I taught the internet good, I have to say. What's your guys' best ever like eBay find for retro? Because I'm curious. I keep looking at stuff and there's some bargains to be had, but I'm guessing you guys have got some good ones.
You found something pretty decent, didn't you?
I got a Neo Geo Pocket, pretty mint box with a copy of Round 1.
Yes. King of Fighters Round 1.
Round 1.
Yeah.
Got that 30
Nice.
quid.
Nice.
Just on a lunch break one day.
Yeah, you can still find bargains. I am finding less and less on eBay.
Mm-hmm.
I've been finding some good bargains on Spock recently. I don't know
Okay.
if you use Spock.
Top tip.
I got an Amiga 500 last year with a Philips monitor, and it was a very rare early 500 with a mechanical keyboard, all for 20 quid. I got a Mattel Aquarius boxed with monitor for 60 quid and a RAM pack and a load of games last week. And I got a 8086 Amstrad computer monitor,
Nice.
full thing. Still has the cardboard protector in the floppy drive.
Wow.
That mint. And I
That
picked
is
that up on
impressive.
stock for I think I paid 90 quid for that, so that was a bit more expensive, but it will make a good video.
Facebook Marketplace is another good one recently. You look for the things that are completely and totally mislabeled. Like, for example, I think I tweeted it the other week. Somebody put up N64 Mini. And what it was is it was a SNES. Things that people genuinely don't have what a clue got. And they go, they want 20 quid for it. And you go, I'll give you 15. You know, give me
My brother raises a good one. We managed to pick up a Lynx, which is sat up there somewhere, boxed with a load of games. I can't remember actually paid for it now. I think it wasn't very much.
And Quang is mentioning in the comments as well that his best eBay find was an extremely rare boxed N-Trax Adventure Vision, sold as broken but turned up as working, which is again another case of people not quite knowing what they've.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes that. I mean, this laptop that you've seen me make a video on that I got over £180 is infinitely better than some even more expensive laptops that you can get now. It's got an i7, it's got an SSD, it's got another hybrid hard drive, it's got 16 gigabytes of RAM, it plays a ton of games, and it's brilliant for video editing and everything else that I want to do on it. 180 quid. Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, I got a bargain.
It's a brilliant thing.
I got a bargain this week
The
on
amount
eBay.
of quality you were getting out of just your phone was amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway, Muso, when you're editing everything on your phone, you were doing so well with that. I dread to think how awesome your videos are going to be now you've got an actual laptop.
They're not going to be awesome. Then it's because it's all a learning curve. But thank you very much for saying that. I appreciate
Can we
that.
get Guess the Fleas too?
Yes, we can. It's like
Digital
Sarah used to laugh because I'd be sat there literally editing on my because my iPhone's literally just that. You know what I mean? You sit there editing. You're literally editing the videos like this. Sat there like that with your earphones in, going. And I said to myself, I was like, I've got to be able to do videos. And I thought, how am I going to do all this? And
Someone in chat said that I shall read their username. John UK89 said my
Hello,
best
John.
eBay find was recently actually a fully working Pentium 1 laptop with perfect hardware for DOS games and an external CD-ROM drive for 45 of your.
That's pretty decent. That is pretty decent.
And probably easier than emulating in order to play the DOS games is to just actually run them on a machine that can run them natively.
DOSBox, guys.
Someone's
Come
also
on.
mentioned
Not
the
so
Dean
bad,
appeared, but
yeah.
I've been here, so hi.
I picked up just this week. I picked up a bargain on eBay. Actually, now I think about it, I got the VHS board game of California Games, licensed by Epic.
Oh, wow.
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 And the VHS is still working?
I hope so. I haven't tested it yet. I think we're going to live stream a game of it, and I've also got Ocean Software's
Oh, and I just love.
the VHS board game, so we're going to stream.
Do you
We'll get a
also
camera
have
above the
atmosphere? Do you have atmosphere as well?
I had it, and I got a sister who's 8 years younger than me, so I used to scare the living crap out of her by making her and her friends play that.
Like it. I like that.
Hello, you little maggots.
Yeah.
They're a type of game that are just so, they were such a bad idea, but they were so adventurous to try and make the VHS interactive games. They were obviously just never going to work properly, but they were a wonderful gimmick, and
It
they were
worked
quite
better
ahead of their time.
on. It worked better for board games than it did when they tried to make video games consoles out of them, didn't it? Like that Sega one, the Sega Driver.
Yeah.
Was it? Oh my god!
Someone's asked, Taz Faye Dodge said, do you have an OG Xbox? I do, and it's sat there. Hang on. There. And it is modified and has LEDs at the bottom there. So it is sat there.
We did have two of them, and I traded one of them after I'd modded it for the Amstrad CPC with the green screen monitor. But I've still got my original, modded Xbox.
Nicely done. I've got an original Xbox, but it's modded to the point where I'm not convinced it counts as an Xbox anymore.
Oh, what's it running?
It runs a media center that has a arcade emulator, so I have thousands of
it's the same as what I've got, because I've got coin ops on mine, but it's still, it runs everything else on it.
Mine's also a Stepmania emulator, so it is.
You love Stepmania. Sarah loves Stepmania.
I used to full-size double arcade. Dancing stage.
Wow.
Yeah, I've got a metal pad, but not a full arcade cabinet.
Machine, but it was probably a bad decision because it just literally, they just break so easily because the original CRT in it, and that was sent away once, was fixed, and then something else went, and then it just...
I never managed to fix that.
No, it doesn't have it anymore.
I say I don't own it anymore. I probably could get it too, but...
It's at her ex-boyfriend's house.
Awkward. I was friends with a guy who he used to own all of the DDR machines in Trocadero, and those DDR machines were secretly modded, and he had a car key fob so that he could give it to one of us, and you could walk up, press the key fob, and put all the DDR machines on free play, which was an immense feeling of power. Cool. We shouldn't. Yeah.
We we want to get a couple of rhythm games at home. At the moment, when we do want to play and we go to Arcade Club, we play a lot of U-Beat and Musica, which are the two rhythm games that we play a hell of a lot. And I don't know if you've ever played those, but we want to get the actual machines at home. Because there's the thing as well, Play Expo. Because I spoke to Steve Horsley, Horsenberger, who directed Digitizer. We're trying to organise a night near to Play Expo, either on the Friday or the Monday. We'll go to Arcade. Because it's going to be open on the bank holiday Monday, or it's going to be open on Friday night. I thought it may either be a pre-Play Expo thing or a post-Play Expo thing to do. So yeah, if anybody's coming up, you are of course all invited.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Bex, you mentioned Trocadero. What's going on there? Do they still have arcades there? Because I remember making a pilgrimage to Trocadero in 1993.
Likewise.
Just to play on the virtuality machines that they had there.
Yeah, we don't have Trocadero anymore.
Oh,
sadly, it was a bit of it kind of slowly whittled away. It's very difficult to keep all those machines going. They were all owned by and placed in the arcades. So as all those individuals slowly couldn't afford to keep their machines under maintenance or keep hold of them, they would remove them. So it became a bit of a ghost town. It was very sad to see, but we were very lucky to have such an amazing resource for gaming. We've still got a Namco Centre and a few other hidden gems in London with some awesome arcade machines.
Oh, you can't say hidden gems. You can't say hidden gems. It's copyrighted by Metal Jesus. He'll honest to God, he will fuck you up. He will fuck you up if you use the term hidden gems. You cannot say that.
No, it's just a common phrase, but apparently that's allowed. I'm very sorry.
Yeah, but I'd be interested to see Neil repairing like a big DDR machine or something like that. That'd be a hell thing to have on the Retro Man Cave, wouldn't it?
That'd be fun. You were talking about arcade machines, and I was thinking back. 2001 was when I first managed to get an arcade cabinet from a guy who had them in a garage in Bournemouth. There used to be a lot of arcades in Bournemouth, being a seaside town.
Hang on.
Garage. So I did a main conversion back then. But back then it was a little bit more difficult. Things like arcade VGA cards to kick out the right signal from your PC and things like that to get it working. but you could still get a TV repairman to come round and recap and fix your CRT. It wasn't a problem.
Yeah. Whereas I have this just
got the
dead
yellow
CRT
paper.
here.
Yeah, I
Oh,
used
look,
the
it
yellow
died.
paper to look up a TV repairman, and he came and did my arcade. It was brilliant.
By the way,
Yeah.
James,
That's
that video
awesome.
has given me and my brother so much leverage. To
Oh,
laugh
just
at
what?
you.
Just the bit where I was live testing the Spectrum with that CRT, and I was
And
like,
now we press play.
and you
Oh,
press
hi,
play.
everyone. How are you? Oh, look, it died.
Oh dear. Oh no, it died. I don't sound like Ringo Starr. That almost sounds like a Ringo Starr impression. When are you going to start talking about Thomas the fucking Tack Engine and the Fat Controller next? Thomas met with the other engines. And Gordon and the Fat Controller was there as well. And I say
and they all
that.
turned on the CRTV and it died.
Kids today will never know that Ringo Starr ever narrated Thomas the Tank Engine, and they won't ever know that he's a member of the Beatles. You know, kids
They won't
today, they
know
know
who the
nothing.
Beatles are, so it won't really make that much of an impact on them. I've tested my CRT screen recently, my CRT TV, which is the TV I was bought for my birthday when I was about 10, and I still have it.
Nice.
And does it still
Has
work?
it got
It
any
still works,
stickers on it or anything?
It hasn't actually, quite unusually
Oh.
for me. Usually stuff was covered in Sega stickers, but it actually doesn't. I treated it with respect because I was so grateful to have it and be allowed to just never socialise and stay in my room completely rather than being forced to go into the living room to game. And that and my Mega Drive and my Jaguar, which is good, and it just were these things that stayed with me, and it still works. So I'm going to try and find a way of streaming
Can
my
we,
actual retro
Can we just put
consoles
an
through
alert
it.
out because Neil
Right.
has just run out of wine, so I think you just need to put your hand out again and get some more.
Oh
wine.
yeah, I need to get a top up, don't I? Yeah. I need to
You've
ring
got-
the bell. Hang on,
I'm
let me
going
ring
to
the
try
bell.
this. I'm going to try this.
I've
Hang
got
on.
my can because this is because I've got a gig to do. I've got to leave for my gig. It's wait.
You got to be
gig.
pumped up.
Yeah,
Have you got to be careful though? Haven't you got to be careful that you don't drink too much? You've got to be quite
No,
accurate on that
you
guitar.
know what? This is literally I for every gig now. It's almost like a ritual before I do a gig. I drink 2 cans of Monster because it makes sure that I'm awake and get through it. Otherwise,
And run around on the ceiling.
no, it's genuinely. Otherwise, I will literally get through my first half and then I'll go back on stage for the second half and there's a thing in there. I can get my body going. Right, time to sleep now, James. Come on, enough. Enough of this now, James. Get some sleep, and I've still got a full set to do. Do you know what I mean? I'm tired all the time.
By the
Do you
way,
not
tired
crash
all
at
the
the
damn
end of
time.
it,
if no
though?
one has heard James play live, please go and watch his video on his YouTube. He nearly brought me into tears. Just saying.
Oh, thank you very much. It's very kind of you to say. People never believe that that's what I actually do for a living. That I am actually a singer and guitarist
don't.
for a living.
Talented
it's a lie.
human over here.
No.
In the right way, definitely. Do check
Very,
out music,
very
music
very
as well as
kind.
his retro gaming.
Very kind.
Someone's asking what make that TV was, Bex.
I should know that. It's downstairs, so I can't tell you. I think it's Samsung
Oh.
or something.
Oh.
It's about yay big. And I was actually using that as my primary TV all through uni and things. It was only after uni when someone took pity on me and my friends' parents gave me their old CRT from their loft that I had a television that was bigger than like 15 inches.
That
Nice.
that little one that's sitting there, I brought it back from my parents and I was incredibly happy. I placed it there. My brother said, "Oh, you should probably clean it before you turn it on." I went, "Well, let's test to see if it works first." So I had all the cleaning cloths and everything all ready to go. Plugged it in. Oh,
That
Oh, look,
was
it died.
that was called karma. That was, mate. It was karma. It was you took the piss out of me because I blew up a.
do you know
Live
what?
on the air,
I thought
and then
exactly
it-
the same thing. I was like, "This is revenge for all the times."
I
I've
was
watched
using my telekinetic fucking abilities. I knew that you were testing RT, and I did the scanners thing. I went like this, thought really hard, and boom. Yeah.
I do have to let you know, we do have someone from the special effect team in the chat at the moment asking. how
Wonderful.
things
Hello,
are.
special
So I
effects
will
team.
briefly take over things. Thank you very much for joining. We have had what I can only describe as 2 insane days. One where I managed to sing during Beat Saber and show everyone that I can't sing. The second one is hitting a goal that I never thought was achievable. So a big thank you to everyone else, and keep up the great work that you do, Special Effects. You guys are awesome, and everyone is behind you all the way. So yeah, everything is going well, and you can blame the guy with the beard for hijacking this stream, as I was meant to be playing.
Don't you dare blame me for anything. How dare you?
That doesn't narrow it down if you say blame the guy with the beard. Although it means I'm in the clear, so that's actually fine.
Neil, you got 12 bottles of bleach, please.
The distinguished beard is perfectly fine. But yes, we are incredibly happy to have raised £500, and we're not going to stop because I've got another day planned tomorrow. So I don't know what I'm going to do.
But tomorrow I'm not going to crash your stream tomorrow, mate. I'm going to be a good boy.
We could do this for 4 hours if you want.
I just love how like I crashed it, and then I said, right, we're roping Bex into this, and then saw Neil was in the chat. We're like, we're roping Neil into this. More people, more. Do it. Come on, bring in more people into the Discord chat.
Donate to the children.
Donate to the children. Donate to the We're doing the Game Blast now. justgiving.com/MeanMachineDean. Do it. Go there. Give all your money.
And if you can't give all your money, you can even just donate £1. £1 will buy a cable that will help connect a disabled adaptive controller to a computer and will help somebody be able to gain some independence by being able to play some awesome games with their friends. So do that. You could obviously donate all your money, as Muso suggested, but anything, including just £1, would be incredible.
And you can also donate a couple of pounds to Bex to help replace her broken internet cable.
I don't deserve that. This is all my own fault. Please instead just give the money to people who will use it and not chop more cables.
And you can donate some capacitors to Neil so he has more used to replace on various. But if you really want to, and if you are out there and you have a laser karaoke pack, then you can send that to Neil, and then he can have karaoke night at the Retro Man Cave where we all turn up and sing Bruce Lee.
This is true. Honestly, for the last 2 days, including the 3 people who are in this room right now, a very big thank you to all the support, not just for myself, but for everyone who's taken part in Play Blast and supported Special Effect. The amount of money that's been raised that I saw yesterday for Special Effect, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think you cleared 30k,
which is so impressive.
Outstanding from donations. And as I said many a time in this stream, everything they do and the services they offer is free of charge. So they literally turn up at someone's place, they set everything up, and they do it all out of the kindness of their heart. So it's just something to remember. Apparently they've just cleared 40k.
Wow, dude.
Wow.
Excellent.
Brilliant.
Thank you to everyone who's been sharing the streams that everyone is doing. Unfortunately, obviously, I couldn't be streaming for this because of internet, but there are loads of people who I've been tweeting the links of, and all these other guys that you can see are tweeting the links of, because this will be going on all weekend, and there's loads of awesome streamers doing this.
Yes.
So you need to just share the links about, share the love.
Support, donate, do all that good stuff, guys, because we are all doing the, even this impromptu chat today is for a good cause.
Yes.
We have literally dragged people into it to give money to the charity, and what a brilliant charity to be part of as well, and we're certainly thrilled to be involved in any way, shape or form.
We virtually lassoed 2 people into this chat. It was actually something that was going to last 10 minutes that has now turned into an hour and a half.
Speaking of which, by the way, Quang says his karaoke pack arrived just recently. Hey, Quang, why don't you send it through to Neil? Just for maybe your episode on the Retro Man Cave.
And he can replace all the capacitors and frustrated at the same time. If you'd like to send some extra flux paste to him, he would be greatly appreciated.
Yes, I'm going to
after replacing another 80 capacitors.
Well, you could do a rap song in your voice. Well, I'm Slim Shady. I'm Slim Shady, the real Slim Shady. All of you other Slim Shadys are just imitating. So won't the real Slim Shady please stand up?
Stand up.
I said a hip, a hop, a hippie to the hip hip hop, and it's just...
According to Special Effect, they said no, you just cleared 40k. Now I'm pretty sure I haven't got 40k, but I don't know if that means
we haven't made 40k.
I will let them answer that.
I'm assuming they mean you as in the collective you of all of the wonderful people
Indeed,
who are
indeed.
streaming.
Indeed.
Because I've seen some
you.
incredible streams and some brilliant things going on, and some incredibly hilarious things as well, especially in the form of course, MeanMachineDean doing Beat Saber, which was quite wonderful to watch. That's the
Stop
best
it.
rendition of a Man's Not Hot I've ever heard in my life.
Look, man is not hot. He's man's sitting with feral hat and like got a top on, innit? Perspiration thing. It's a perspiration thing. So
You can do that impression perfectly. You do that one.
mate,
I'll
you
do
haven't seen me in the
Devo.
streets of Slough. This is what
You know.
happens on a regular.
I'll do Devo, mate. What's yours
Just
doing
love
playing
them.
at Beat Sabers and mate? What? You playing at Beat Sabers and that? And it's great. Is that like a game where you like hit blocks with like lightsabers and?
You're swinging it around and stuff. I do feel
Yeah.
like this is going to become a regular thing. I'm worried now.
I think you need to keep it on all of your streams. I think you need to be Pharaoh, MeanMachineDean.
I'm not changing my name.
I
I've
dunno,
gone far too far.
You look a bit like a bit of a crap Jamiroquai.
Oh, and Neil wins the internet for the entire. I love how he just froze.
Okay.
He froze as he said that. I don't believe it.
Brilliant.
That was
his,
too
uh,
good.
that
It was
his
just
last-
too good for the internet to cope with that burn.
Oh,
Props to him.
go, we're back.
Hello.
Success.
Did I break it?
You did.
Yes,
you
your burn
made.
to me was so intense that it brought the entire network across the country just down. So
That's
The
fine. It
epic
gave
burn
people a
that was,
chance to
you know.
donate while they were enjoying that burn. That burn was definitely worth a donation. If
Dean,
nothing
I have
else,
Dean, I have a question
Dean
for you.
Therapy.
oh,
Yeah, Dean, I have a
worry
question
when
for
you. Say
you.
that. Go
Are
on.
you going deeper underground?
Is there too much panic in this town?
Don't. He's too
Don't
young
make
to
me get the
die.
mask out.
I mean, Sarah's just a cosmic girl from another galaxy, so you know it's. And when you were playing Beat Saber, I mean that was virtual insanity. So it's.
Nicely done. And with the amount of sort of monster you've been drinking, you'll be doing all the dance moves off the wall from that video as well with all the monster you're drinking. So.
He's just shaking his head. He's like, "This is literally just not. This is not. What the hell has gone on with this stream? Seriously."
Wow. That,
Well, he let you onto the stream, therefore
I can
anything
actually
else
hear that
is
my brother nearly
entirely
fell off
own
his
fault.
chair. So that's how bad it's
We
been.
can't have
So-
three of us with damaged knees.
Mecha Dom says, "Gonna need a full heal after that burn."
It's true.
Oh, yeah.
It's true. I'm not even going to lie. But it was a
Who's
good
the
one.
medic of this party?
Can I just ask you? I'll ask you another question. Is man still not hot? Oh. Such an epic burn from Neil there. Genuinely, mate.
We
Genuinely.
can't compete, really. That was just a mic
I'm
drop
not getting the
moment.
mask out. I'm not doing it. I'm not
No,
doing it.
it's fine, mate.
I'm not
It's
doing it.
absolutely fine.
I'm not.
I look forward to the first gig of your new Jamiroquai tribute band.
Yeah. It was payback. It was only fair for all those crap improvisations of me you did when I was trying to join.
To be fair, that was me that started that.
Yeah.
You know. Next on the Retro Man Cave, we're going to have a Jamiroquai tribute band, which is made from genuine Sanwa arcade
There you go.
parts.
Okay, here's the deal. Here's the deal. If I can get hold of a karaoke pack for the Laser Active, then you
Yes.
can come to the cave as Jamiroquai.
Right, you know what? You could. I'll be the guitar
Fine.
player in the Jamiroquai tribute band. It's fine.
Deal. I will take you up on that.
Yeah, I'll get some false walls that can like move around and close in on you as you're
I've
doing
now
all the
got
moves.
Quang dropping lyrics from Man's Not Hot in chat. This is not good. This is going bad.
Oh, amazing.
Mr. Man.
Quang's meant to be working hard. I love it. It's absolutely amazing.
Breaking the internet, stopping people from working. We're doing great work today.
Oh yes, we are. We are. It's all for charity, mate.
This is. It certainly is all for
It is.
charity.
Are you going to be doing some more Beat Saber streaming tomorrow, Dean? Should people start putting in their requests for songs you should be playing now? Or is it requests for more retro games tomorrow, do you think?
I don't know.
I've got some requests. Little L, Jamiroquai. Love Philosophy, Jamiroquai.
Yeah.
Don't give hate a chance, Jamiroquai. And then
I see a pattern.
I see what you've done there. That's quite clever.
We have seen Dean do Gangnam Style, which almost broke the internet in itself.
Yes.
Oh.
The things we will do for charity.
Yes.
Wonderwall, Dean. Wonderwall. Yeah.
Walk like an Egyptian.
You didn't say that.
I
did
said that.
not
I said
say
that
that.
earlier
I like the
today, and
bangles.
Bex has literally had the same thought. Obviously, it's like.
If I had £1 for every time, I'm not going to do it. Oh, he's even doing a song. Thank. Oh,
Hey,
cheers, Bex.
oh, way,
Extra mugging off. Thanks.
way, way, oh.
Good.
Any excuse to look like an idiot, I'm with it.
Good. Says the person with a Pharaoh's hat on. I mean, look. You know, hello.
You
Anyway,
you are
what we
talking
go-
to someone who gets asked what she's cosplaying as pretty much daily when she doesn't cosplay, so
Just say you're cosplaying as Trista Bytes, and if they say who, pull out the business card. There you go.
Yeah. I'm glad you asked.
Yes. Right. I think there's enough burns in the chat, so you guys can stop with that.
Space Cowboy, good choice.
Otherwise, I'm
There's
going to
too
upload
much
this
panic
video as
in
like
this
my
town.
my last will and testament before it ends. Another request, Space Cowboy, brilliant.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, John UK89 is getting in on the
We
bird.
Let's see
like
what's
it. How
going on
many
here.
other Jamiroquai songs can you name in the comment section?
Yes,
and
indeed,
he will
yeah.
dance
Yes.
to all of them.
Yes.
And
He's got to.
Muso
He's
will
got. He's
sing
got
all
to
of them.
literally dance exactly like JK as well. He's got to get the moves down, man.
What, you want me to start moving the walls? That ain't going to happen.
No, I mean like doing the not as well, mate. For Deeper Underground, you got to go to a cinema and jump over the seats. You know, that's
Considering
that's
I
what
tried to learn how to fight with a lightsaber and just bent my knee and it popped, I don't think I'm going to be able to leap that far.
I did say you were a crack Jamiroquai.
He's doubling down on that burn. It's just donate money for
Hey, I'm
therapy
done.
for Dean and also for special effects.
Well,
Oh God!
Thanks for having me, Dean.
it's right, Pudsey.
God, you can tell the wine's kicking in with Neil, can't you?
Yeah,
It's like, you
He
know.
becomes a
not
little bit
convinced
more
it's even
savage
the
when he's
wine.
had a few, isn't he? God.
Yeah,
bit
he's savage AF, but he does it in like such. He does it in such a deadpan way. You know,
I
it's
thought
so,
we'd come
it's
here
so
and talk
good.
about retro, and he's just come in and mocked me. But it's right. It's fine. It's for
Jamiroquai,
charity.
Jamiroquai is retro. You know, I mean,
This is
Virtual
true.
Insanity was released in like the '90s, early '90s. So you know, it's
I do feel
fine.
like I should play it in the background now. Is some weird.
Right, I'm not gonna lie. I love Jamiroquai. I really, really love
I think,
Jamiroquai.
I think Jamiroquai was the first thing I saw on MTV. It was Too
Yeah.
Young to Die.
Such a good band, though.
Yeah.
Such a good
Great
band.
band. I saw them at Brixton once. Great band live.
Oh, excellent,
Yeah.
excellent.
Deeper
The bass player is
Underground, I
phenomenal.
like. What was the one with the crazy video with the other character was sort of like the mask almost?
It feels just like it should. I think.
I like that one as well. That's
Yeah.
good.
Great, just
That's a
great
that's a good
tunes.
track.
There you go. I shall just leave that calmly in the background. Just for a bit of extra mockery.
MeanMachineDean. I don't know. Mean Machine Dean Miraquai. No, it can't. It doesn't work, does it?
Do you know what? I think this is subtle
Donate to
revenge
Dean
for all the
will
memes
dance.
I've created for you, Bex, actually.
You created
Yeah, no,
memes
what
for me
you're
as well. I'm
talking
getting
about.
you back. I'm getting you back, mate.
Yeah. I'm now slowly going through my mind going, what else did I do to people? Oh, yeah. Whoops.
But I already got you back by blowing up your CRT, so you know.
It's true.
And then crashed your stream and broke the internet with it because the whole thing just went nope.
Oh, it's funny you should mention that, Quang. Quang has mentioned that he has Jamiroquai travelling without moving on mini disc. I actually have a mini disc player here.
Sweet.
The mini disc was a good format. It's a shame it didn't really take off. It was.
I
thought
used
they
it
were
for
really
years
good.
for
It was,
gigging.
yeah.
Used it for years for gigging with backing tracks. I had like a big stack of folder about that big, and I had to lay out all the discs for the set for the night, and then I went to MP3, and my life was made so much easier. But I love mini discs. I even had the little mini disc
discs are
Walkman.
wonderful.
Yeah, that's what I've
yeah.
got. It's kicking around here somewhere. A little
We
Sony
have,
one.
in fact, we've got about 4 broken mini disc players that we've just accumulated. But I
From
don't.
my parents' house.
Yeah,
They moved house and we found all kinds of random stuff.
Yeah.
So like, one will be
Oh,
mine,
hang on.
one will be my
I
brother's.
think Neil's doing a bit of
Neil
a
needs to
still
Boys.
restart. Error 404. The Retro Man Cave needs a restart. If you could do
Neil
that.
is
James.
Neil is appearing without moving. just like the Jamiroquai album, Traveling Without
Oh, he's
Moving.
back.
He's here. He's here.
Am I?
Yeah.
Hello.
In fact, Neil, we have these couple of old mini disc players that we don't know whether they work or not. Would you be interested in a couple of old mini disc players, little mini disc Walkmans?
Judging by that facial expression, no.
No, I mean, if we sent them down to you, that you could just because they're not going to do anything here. You know what I mean?
I can have a look. I always say to people when they send something down, I never know when I'm going to get around to looking at it because I've got such a long list of stuff to get through.
Yeah.
So if you want to add it to the queue, you're welcome to. And obviously,
God, you sound like the 8-bit guy. I just don't have any room for any of the things that you guys send me now. You know.
No. These are a lot of things that I've bought myself. Actually, on that subject, you'll notice I've stopped doing donations videos.
Yes,
quite
I have
some
actually.
time back, just because I felt bad about the fact people would send me stuff and then I wouldn't get around to showing that on the channel.
Oh no, I'm literally saying I'll send you them
wanting.
down, and if you can fix them, you know, do whatever you want with them because I'm not going to fix them.
It's a funny situation because it's such a nice situation to be in where people send you stuff and you want to repay it, you want to show them something for it, but when you can't, you feel kind of bad. So I stopped doing the donations videos. I still get the occasional donation, but a lot less than I did.
I'm actually, it was a strange one this week because I'm happy to say that I got my first equipment donation from one of my lovely followers. They sent me through a couple of those Powerline adapters so that I could sort my internet woes out. They literally said, I've got a couple of these Powerline adapters. They've been watching my streams and said, we know you've been having trouble with it. I'll send them up to you if you want them. I went, no, you can't do that. I'll go. And he went, no. He said, they're literally just going in the bin. And he sent them up yesterday. He sent them up the other day. They arrived yesterday. I'm using them now. They were boxed brand new, like BT Powerline adapters. And I messaged him on Twitter yesterday and said, thank you so much for doing that because it sorted out my internet woes so much that I can now do this. I can do streams properly without drop frames.
I must say, and this goes out to pretty much everyone in the chat, the Twitch community and the gaming community is brilliant. And if
they
wasn't
are.
an example of that, it would be what we're doing today. So
of course,
yes. It's just the community in general, the retro gaming community, the indie gaming community, the streaming community. Like I haven't even started my streaming yet, and people are offering advice and they're helping me so much. And you see people like sending people to other people's streams or just supporting each other in a way that's
it's a good
really,
thing to do.
Really wonderful. Yeah.
Which segues us onto this. What's your Twitch link, Bex?
I'm not here to promote myself.
But you can do it. Do it. It's fine.
Do it.
It's all good. Do it.
I'm Trista Bytes on everything, so that's fairly easy to find. And very kindly, lots of people are already following me, even though I failed to put any streams up yet. Obviously, the awesome MeanMachineDean has been helping me with my mixed reality VR setup. So we will be doing some mixed reality VR, probably some Serious Sam, if people remember that. They've all been converted to VR. Wonderful games. Some Beat Saber, of course. There's a game, but it's of course not too relevant right now. But yeah, thank you very much. I do massively appreciate that. Another example of the streaming community being awesome to each other.
No, everybody on this community is fantastic.
The king is in control.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
Everybody is absolutely fantastic in this community and in Twitter. And the followers that we have on YouTube and all of this kind of stuff, it's wonderful. Even now, you know, like obviously all of us guys met each other through the internet before we even met each other. Like, obviously, I haven't met Dean face-to-face yet, but we chat a lot. Bex, obviously, I chatted to you a bit before we met each other at EGX. Neil, we chatted a bit before we met each other at Play Expo in Blackpool. So this is just a thing of how great this community actually is. You know?
I think just carrying on to that, I mean, not that I want to make it all about myself, but after I hurt my knee, I was desperately sad, and Bex can vouch for that, and it was this community that got me back off my feet, so to speak, no pun intended, and got me doing what we're doing today. I'm not 100%, but it was the retro community that got me back, so a big thank you to you guys.
Good.
And especially
extremely
the people that are in this room as well.
Extremely glad to hear that you are getting back on the horse, so to speak. Not the clothes horse like Bex attempted to get onto.
Yeah,
and then
well, I
her
think
knee
with Dean, currently it's the camel, not the horse, right?
Oh!
I like that.
Yeah.
That's good. Aggressive
Exactly.
animal,
You're right.
right?
I've tried to. Neil said he'll reconnect once more
I
to say
think I'm
goodbye.
here.
but
Hello, can you hear me?
We
I can hear you. I can't see
Yeah,
you.
I'm just an R for a face. So
Yes.
Arr.
You're an
call me
R for a
R's
face.
face. Yeah.
He's gone
I'm
into
an
pirate
R
mode,
for
he has.
face. Neil, I'll re-invite you again quickly because we're going to dash off shortly anyway because I have to get ready for my gig this evening.
Okay.
But I will just quickly. Oh, hang on. I think it looks like
Yeah,
it's
I
attempting
think the camera's like tied up on something. So let me leave the call and you re-invite
Okay.
me.
Yeah. I'll. There you go. Right.
Awesome.
I'll
Also, just in chat, a link for special effects Just Giving page has popped up. So anyone who is the chat who would like to donate even £1 to help special effects help disabled gamers get into gaming, please click on the link that's just appeared and do so. That would be wonderfully appreciated
Yes.
by everyone.
Please donate. Hey, he's back. Please
And you do
donate
have
whatever you
some
can.
time to donate. You don't have to donate right now. You can save that link till when you can if you're waiting on payday. The campaign is going on for a little while longer.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I'm going to be
Make
doing
sure
this
that you
nonsense.
donate to a fantastic cause.
I'll be doing
Yeah,
this
whichever
nonsense again
streamer
tomorrow.
you donate to, we don't mind. Everyone is in this together. Whichever streamer you donate to via their link, it all goes into the same pot to help an
Agreed.
incredible charity.
Yes. And on that note, guys, we are going to disappear and let Dean get back to his actual gaming stream.
I'm not. I was
We're
going
going
to
to get
stop
sorted
at 4.
out. Oh, you meant to stop it for Jesus Christ. Oh, dude, I'm so sorry.
This is like
Don't apologise. This was brilliant. What a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
I've met a man that I've watched for quite some time, and it's a pleasure to meet Neil and Bex. Of
Dude,
course,
you
advocate
just
of
said
amazingness.
I have met a man that I have watched for quite some time. Think about these things before you say them, okay?
No,
See a
don't,
man take
because
from
they're
passes
funny.
like he's done. It's never quite the same.
Needs
I've just
to
been
sing
watching.
it. I met
I've
a
been-
man that I've watched for some time.
I've been watching the series You on Netflix, which is all about a stalker. I don't know if you've seen that, so it's a little bit disturbing hearing that from you, Dean.
That's
But it's been
okay,
a
no
pleasure to meet you. Thank you
Good
for
practice.
having me. Bex, it's been nice to meet you. I've got a real problem now because I've always seen you on Twitter as Trista Bytes, and I'm trying to get the name Bex into my head because I know
I
you as
answered
Trista.
to Bex, Trista, Muppet, Hey You.
Internet
Oi.
specialist.
Oi seems to work, doesn't it? Oi. Yeah.
And James and Sarah, of course. Thank you.
Yes.
And everyone, think of the children, make a donation, and also follow Dean. Make sure you catch him on his next stream as well.
Of course. And
Yeah.
follow everybody.
Thank
Follow
you for
everybody
joining
here.
us.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Dean, take it easy. Neil, take it easy. Bex,
Yeah.
take it easy.
Bye bye.
Indeed. Thank you very much, guys.
Bye.
Really-